everybody! Welcome to Legends of the Underworld. Theros, Legends of the Underworld. I know the title of this show. We've only been going for 4 episodes. This is our final one. We're streaming tonight at twitch.tv/D&D and twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG, and we're really happy about it.
Are we not? Is this some kind of reference? What's going on?
No. We are super happy about it.
Oh.
But although it's slightly sad because this is our last episode, so, tinge of sadness in there with the happiness. What are we doing tonight? We're playing D&D. What is D&D, you ask? If you don't know already. D&D is a role-playing game where everyone here is playing a character in a shared fantasy universe, and what they're not playing, I'm playing. So I'm playing the rest of the universe, everyone they encounter, gods who dislike them, gods who do like them, random people standing in queues. There's been quite a lot of that
very British,
in this campaign for some reason.
English.
Maybe I'm just very English. They all have sheets in front of them that tell them what they can and can't do, and they'll be rolling dice to tell them how well they do these things. Usually a d20, which I see Steve is holding up, sort of wibbly wobbly. And 20s are really good, 1s are really bad, so feel free to kind of give them encouragement or boo, depending on how much you like them in the moment in time they roll those particular numbers. So that's what we'll be doing. Together we'll be telling a story. Like I said, we're at the end of the 4-part series, so there are 3 previous episodes of what's been happening in this campaign to catch up on if you want to. It's all on YouTube or on our Twitch on demand. I think the last 2 might be, but the one before might only be on YouTube at this point. So let's go around and introduce everyone around me and see how they're feeling about being, here at the end of the campaign. So we'll start with George.
Hello, yes, I'm George. I use he/him pronouns, and I'm playing Demyson Proudhoof, who also uses he/him pronouns, who is a satyr bard of the College of Eloquence, who is most famous for a particular epic poem he wrote, and then has struggled to do any kind of follow-up whatsoever, and that's been a source of great strife. He's sort of gone over that a little bit now, having died, and in a positive way, dealing with his former muse, I guess still current muse in the way things have gone, and sort of generally feeling like, yeah, I can do this, and also this is a heckin' epic story. You wouldn't say heckin', but epic story, which will make a fantastic follow-up if we actually escape the Underworld.
Cool. Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve. I use he/him pronouns, as does Charlie, who's my Minotaur monk character. Charlie has had an interesting time in the Underworld so far. It was boring for a long time, fun for a bit. Then I attacked a member of our own party and finally got to have a proper fight in an arena. It's a bit up and down. At the moment, he's a little bit worried that apparently he's being relied on more than he would want to kind of get out of the Underworld and save the rest of the world, but by his god, who has put some expectations on him that he is not sure he can live up to. Yep,
Phoenix is indeed. I'm looking forward to seeing Charlie alive again. Mirren. Sorry, Natalie.
Spoilers. I'm Natalie. I'm playing Mirren. We both use she, her pronouns. Mirren is a Triton paladin. She's quite young and naive. She had a bit of a rough childhood. Her twin sister died in childbirth, and she was supposed to fulfill some legendary prophecy, but obviously didn't make it. So her family put all these pressures on Mirren instead. Since dying, Mirren has met her sister, and they've kind of had a bit of reconciliation. And she's currently having a bit of it's not an existential crisis so much as an existential pondering about what she actually prefers, because the hell actually hasn't been that terrible, having to fight your sister possessed by ghosts of jealousy and rage aside.
Amazing. Pav.
Hi, my name is Pav. I use he/him pronouns, and I'm playing Neo, who also uses he/him pronouns. Neo is feeling quite spidery at the moment and quite useful. I think, it's been quite like an animal-y, last few sessions. Like, we were a walrus, and then an ox, and then now a spider. And it's also enveloping the party in a kind of mystical, dark, shadowy fog. So it's feeling useful and small and sneaky, and I feel like just quite enjoying helping and getting the thing done, and hopefully we'll be able to leave. So that's something.
Yeah. Cool. Yes, the walrus was my personal favourite, but you know. And finally, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I use he and they pronouns, and I play Danaea. Danaea is she, her pronouns, a centaur barbarian, and has had a great time in hell. Would recommend. 5 out of 5. Not really. Danaea was worried about when people started encountering parts of their past lives and encountered the worst person from her life, who was her mother, who was awful, and then instead of defeating and killing her again, which she had to do not too long ago, was actually had the opportunity to try and reconcile. It didn't actually work out, the reconciliation didn't happen, but the fight stopped, which is, you know, half battle. So, yeah, Danae's thinking about the future and what it means, and about how you can be the right person and do the right thing despite being a barbarian zealot who hit things with axes. Nice.
Yeah. We've had a good old time in the Underworld. Just been through a lot together. So we'll be running for about 3 hours this evening. We'll take a break about halfway through. We're not entirely sure when that will be because everything is improvised, but we'll take it at some point. It'll probably be about a 5-minute break. We have some lovely sponsors and supporters who you can see arrayed around us in our overlay. So we're delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. You can check out everything they do at heroforge.com. They make amazing 3D customizable, fully customizable miniatures. So Chris is holding up Chalet, our Minotaur monk, and you can see the you can see Steve and I building Chalet in our Meet the Characters content. So you can see us interacting with the Hero Forge builder. So we choose everything. Steve tells me what to choose and I interact with it, which obviously you don't need to do at home. You can just go on it and choose your own things. And as you can see, the minis are actually in colour, so you can choose all the colours online and they will 3D print them in coloured plastic for you. So if you're not fancying painting minis, you can just get them printed in colour, which is fantastic for people who are not super dexterous. Please don't break the minis, Chris.
It's fine. It was mine.
They are.
It's all right.
Chris' Danae is just gone.
Breaking everything beside me. So yes, Hero Forge, they're amazing. Check them out. We love everything that they do. The minis that they've sent have all been amazing. So yeah, really great. Check them out. Ultra Pro, on the other hand, do physical things for your tabletops. So dice boxes, character portfolios with little like spell card pockets in them. They're really cute. I've used them for university stuff, but you could use them for your character sheets, you know, if you're more conventional. We have to give away tonight this Gazer. It's adorable. It's so grumpy. I love it. All you need to do to win this is to pop a comment in the chat and have a UK address. So, you know, join us in chat, say hello, have a UK address, and you have a chance to win this adorable, grumpy person. Well, it's not a person, it's a beholder, but, you know.
Beholders are people too.
Thank you, Chris. One for beholder rights there. Not this one, obviously. It will be boxed and new. This one lives in our house, so you know. There you go. Ultrapro.com for everything they do. They're amazing. We love them. We have some lovely supporters down below. You can see them all. So we've got D&D Beyond, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, Level Up Dice, and Zavi.com. If you're here for an Idle Champions chest code, it's just underneath Steve, and you can pop a note in chat and we'll forward it on to you. We're on social media everywhere as Roll Together RPG, so check us out. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are trans-positive, and we encourage and champion trans players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we're open to being corrected, so just let us know if you think one's been missed. Just pop something in chat or let us know on Twitter. So with that, let's dive into Theros, Legends of the Underworld for the last time. Here's the intro. welcome back, everybody, from the short intro video. You were away for a long time. It's going to be one of those days. So what happened last time? Well, after you went into the arena and met Danae's mother, who was not super nice, let's be honest, you rallied the crowd, you turned them against her, and between all of you, you persuaded her to stop fighting. She left. You hallowed the arena in honor of Erebos. And after that, after having a short rest, which gave you the effects of a long rest in the resting room.
Restroom. It was called the restroom. Don't try and retcon that.
You went on to the palace of Erebos. Too many gods. Where you found a very large queue. At the back of the queue, you met a minotaur and a bear, who you had some small interactions with.
Why was there a bear there?
Do you want the honest answer?
Yes.
I put a bear in so that if Pav wanted to speak to the bear, there would be a bear.
Oh, right. Thinking. Yeah.
Did want to speak to the bear, but I was a spider.
Well, you didn't try it. The bear might have spoke spider.
Yeah.
Whilst you were speaking to the bear and the minotaur, Shally and Neo made their way up to the front of the queue to inspect Erebos' security. What they found was a main door guarded by 2 skeletons and a side door guarded by 2 skeletons. You then decided, after quite a long conversation, that you were going to start a riot amongst the people who were queuing, who'd been there for some time, around 3 months. You then accidentally started a riot because people overheard your planning, and you used that to start making your way forward up the queue.
That's how good our plan was. The mere idea of our plan was enough to make the plan happen.
Felt a lot like DM Fiat get on with it to me, but there you go.
At the end of the last session, you'd just rolled your stealth rolls to start moving up the queue and round to the side door. So I have written down what you had rolled. So Danae, you rolled 16, Demyson a 32, Neo a 24, Mirren a 16, and Shally a 32. So pretty decent rolls across the board to start sneaking your way round to the side door. So you do make it up past the front of the queue, and the queue are all there going like, what, only 3 more people? You're only going to see 3 more and then you're done. And starting to press forward towards the front door as you start to make your way around to the side door. As discussed, it's only guarded by 2 skeletons. As you make your way around this corner and you can see the 2 skeletons are still there, what would you like to do?
Right, I mean, are we going to try and persuade them to go over there, or do we wait until they have to go over there?
Or do we clonk them on the head?
See what they do. If they don't move, we'll just style out, pretend we're meant to be here, just waltz through the door, and if they try and stop us, we'll act all affronted.
Well, quick question. Do you mean actually waltz? Because, I mean, I can do that. Or are you using it, figuratively?
Whatever comes naturally. If that's a waltz, then so be it.
Okay.
Is that similar or different to the one that you taught me?
It's a bit different. It's a different time. So I tell you what. Look, hang on. You just stand there. All one up, and Shally will get in a waltzing position with Mirren.
Are we supposed to be being quiet and stealthy?
Do you think more of a soft shoe shuffle?
I think get the fuck down.
The skeletons do not appear to be moving from the door.
Not taking the bait. Should we just... I don't know. Walk on through?
I mean, we could persuade them that there's problems around the front and they need to go and help.
Now, are these skeletons standing completely still, no personality, no character, or are they kind of like Disney-esque skeletons having a little bit of a chinwag? Like one's called Bill and one's called John, and they're going, oh, it's tough for me, oh. Various skeleton jokes I can't think of off the top of my head.
They're kind of leaning, but they don't appear to be talking to each other.
Maybe we could just say hello?
I mean, I guess we could.
There's been a lot of people here that have been quite affable. If we just try it.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that if the people are.
Go for it.
You're good at talking.
Who's that addressed to?
Who?
Shall
Well, why don't we both go, and then I won't be on my own, and I'll have to cover up for all my
I'll happily
mistakes.
go with you if you like, but you should do the talking.
As you say, I won't be on my own. A little like spider kind of like floors in front of you, and then just like floats in front of you, and then goes back.
Sorry, Neil, forgot. Been a long sneak. Oh, I was itchier than usual. You know, I've got a lot of fur.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do too.
Why don't you go over there? What happens? We'll wait here, and if things go wrong, leap out and, I don't know, do something?
Horses technically have hair, sorry.
Oh, itchy hair everywhere. Yeah. So, just to check, intelligence 9, 6, and 7 are going to talk to the skeletons. Cool.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, fine, cool.
Leaving the charismatic bard behind.
Yep.
Okay.
And the paladin, who is a charisma-based caster. Yeah,
Absolutely.
It'll be fine.
It's going to be fine.
Seems wise.
So
Hello.
I'm not wise either.
the skeleton stares at you with blank eye sockets and points at the main door.
Oh no, we've come from around there. It's getting a bit busy.
We need to go through that door. Erebos sent us.
Points back at the main door.
Urgent business. Yeah.
What he said.
Points back at the main door.
At the point where I feel like this plan, which was flawless, is not going to work, I would like to try and stealth underneath the door.
Oh, sure. I mean, you've already rolled a 24, so I'm going to roll a perception check for the skeleton.
Okay.
Wow.
They have no eyes.
Literally. Well, I rolled a 2. So the skeleton is busy pointing at the main door.
I'm going to turn all the points into like a little dance. What are we doing? What's this?
The
What's
creatures
going on?
that guard and look out for people going through that door have a low perception. Great.
Look, I didn't say Erebos was the smartest person. It's just God of the Underworld.
Skeletons are quite cheap, I feel.
10 a penny.
So yes, you may sneak under the door.
Great, I will attempt to sneak under the door. And then what do I see?
So once you are under the door, you can see you're inside a hallway. It has a large arched ceiling. Everything's lit in sort of a deep red colour. There are vases that are filled with black roses that look really enormous to you because you're currently a spider. And yes, this is just this long hallway stretching in front of you.
I would like to unwild shape.
Yep.
And push over a vase?
Sure. It makes a clanking noise. The skeleton outside turns its head and looks at the door in what you assume must be suspicion, but you can't tell because it's hard to see expressions on a skull.
Shelley, do we have a code for when we just kill him?
No. I mean, if one of us starts it, I guess it'll be obvious.
One of the skeletons is going to go inside.
Okay. The moment that skeleton has gone inside, I'm just going to... I want to knock out the skeleton. I don't want to kill the skeleton. I know that seems like an odd thing, but I don't want to, so I'm just going to, take the flat of the axe and just bonk the other skeleton on the head the moment there's just one of them there.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Right, okay. So you roll and attack roll against one. The other one gets inside and sees a very colourful satyr currently standing next to a broken vase.
I say to her, there I was trying to smell the flower and it fell. That's it. That's all I've got.
I have rolled max damage.
How much damage is... did you roll to hit?
Yeah, it was 16.
Yes.
So 12 plus... I'm not raging, so I don't get that. So it's 16 plus 8. 24.
Is that bludgeoning damage?
It's the flat of the axe, so it's up to you how you want to roll that.
It's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Let's say that then.
So I'm going to say that you can't knock it out with bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
It just disintegrates.
Okay, I try and love tap it, just bang down you go, and it says collapses.
You got a weak point.
The axe back.
So that's the code, is it?
The other one inside is
I
just
have no idea.
shaking a finger at you and reaching for a bell pull on the other side of the room.
No!
I say, wait, before you do this, can I, for example, give you this flower? And I pick one up off the floor and just strike it. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna fail.
I think as soon as the axes come out, I think Miriam would have been to myself.
Yeah, with you.
I think that's our cue.
Yeah, let's go.
Roll. I think everyone needs to roll initiative with the skeleton to try and
fair.
stop the skeleton before it activates the alarm system.
Again.
Ain't great.
We can say one thing about Danae Godax is that Danae Godax rolls terrible initiative.
Slow off the mark.
Every time.
Well, I've rolled an 11.
I've got a 1.
How's everyone else doing? A 5?
5.
Rolled a 13.
13.
10.
10.
Well done, Shelley.
So, Shelley, do you open the door and run in?
Please, God, open the door and run in.
Yeah.
So you can see this skeleton, one hand, finger wagging at Neo, who's holding a flower out to the skeleton. The other hand reaching slowly across the room to a bell pull.
If I see the skeleton out like that, so I don't know how big my screen is, so like that. I'm going to essentially try and grapple the skeleton by getting it in a waltz position and dancing.
So,
Yes.
that's an athletics check from you.
Well, that is only a 10, but I could... How important is this? Because I do have that thing that I could add
moderately
a
important.
D10 to it. I think it's moderately... Okay, we'll go with that. And I forgot to get my D10 out.
How important is this?
That's an 11.
I've rolled a non-natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
The skeleton's weirdly good at its job.
Except for the other one, who was just...
I believe a grapple technically counts as an attack, so I think if you wish to flurry of blows, you may do so.
Okay, I will flurry of blows after that and just basically one kind of bonk down with the horns and then an uppercut to try and essentially knock it out. So if I could possibly deal... is it called non-lethal? That's what it's called. Damage. Orange's horns.
Do you do bludgeoning damage?
Yeah, fist.
I imagine it would... Well...
Oh, horns is piercing, wouldn't it?
Horns would be piercing.
Cool.
It's a natural one with the punch, though, so that ain't gonna happen. But it is a 22 for the horn.
Yes.
For 9 points of damage.
9 is not quite enough, but I'm going to say that you knock off one of its arms.
Which one?
Is it the finger wagging arm? The one doing the...
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll the dice to see. Odds, it's the bell arm. Evens, it's the finger wag arm.
Common odds.
I got odds, so you knock off the bell arm.
All right, the arm bone's no longer connected to what are the arm bones usually connected to?
The shoulder?
That's the one.
On its turn, it's going to turn round to all of you, look at you, and then use its other arm to ring the bell.
That tracks, actually. I don't know why. I didn't think that would happen.
Do I have anything I can do to stop this from happening? No, I don't. Am I in melee range of it?
No, you haven't moved in yet.
No.
Well, my question was, are we still kind of in initiative order, or can the rest of us do anything? If it's technically its turn.
No.
No, it's its turn. So it's
like the jig is up.
No, is the bell sort of low and sonorous? Is it kind of like a really high pitched ding ding ding? Like, what version of events do we have here?
No, it's like a low, like Foghorn, like boom.
Wow.
But you can see further down the corridor up ahead. There is like an enticing glow. So you are inside the palace, but you feel like potentially Erebos may be aware that you are here now.
What gave it away? Was it the riot or the alarm?
Love that his burglar arm is a low sonorous bong.
Yeah.
What is the skeleton doing now that it's rung the bell?
It's kind of looking at all of you, like, with its hand on the bell, like, oh, I'm not here.
I'll do it again.
Did you just ring the bell because of the broken vase? Any chance? No, that's definitely for us, isn't it?
Is it a bit too late to pretend we're catering?
I've just taken its arm off, so...
Catering does cost an arm and a leg. Ayo!
I'm very sorry, I did not write down the initiatives, which was completely my fault. I should have done, but I think someone rolled a 10.
It's 11, yes.
The skeleton is standing there, looking quite badly damaged, with an arm missing, holding onto the bell pull, trying to like recede into the wall.
It's the bell pull slowly pulling back with.
Yeah. And you can see the enticing rest of the palace up ahead.
I think it's time that we moved.
Run!
Should we keep moving? I think we should go. Yeah. Just start like running down the corridor.
Are you all gonna peg it?
Yes.
In.
Can I use can I pick up all the flowers and then peg it?
Yeah, of course you can.
Cool.
I'm going to grab Neo on the way past and put him on my back and make sure the priorities are being maintained.
So Neo is now riding on Daenerys' back, holding a bunch of black roses.
Awesome. Couldn't be more metal if it tried.
Yeah, super metal. As you are running, riding, hoofing through the palace, there are a few different turns, but up ahead, actually, roll my perception checks to decide which way you would like to go.
Disadvantage. Oh dear.
All right.
No, I'm dying.
Oh no.
Wow. On a disadvantage perception check that I get a -1 to, I rolled a 17. Didn't get the nat 20 though.
I got an 8.
13.
22.
22. With an 8, Charlie, you're like, God, there's a lot of corridors here.
And they all look the same.
They do all look kind of similar. With the upwards of 15s, and you're seeing like there is a deeper red glow, like I would say brighter, but it's just more intense, you know, coming from one of the options up ahead. So every time you turn, there's one that's just like more red, and it Demycin, to you, it just feels more, I don't know, deathy. Like you just feel more drawn to it.
That way's more deathy, and for some reason that seems like a good thing. We should go that way.
Right?
Okay. More deathy is good.
When have I ever steered you wrong? I don't answer that actually, but this way.
We're all dead. Where's the... Is there like more skeletons? Are there more people around, or is it completely abandoned?
There are a couple of skeletons, but if you just run past them, they will just occasionally pull bell pulls. Boom.
Oh shit. Okay, fine. In for a penny. Run towards death.
Yeah, I mean, you could try and bash them if you want, or you could just abandon stealth and just keep pegging it.
I think
If the bells will keep ringing, I'll just strum along and try and get a little rhythm going with it.
Nice.
Again, particularly if we can get some, as Chris kind of said, nothing could be more metal. If we can make it more metal with some sort of slash guitar and just working off this resonant death bell toll.
Yeah, you're playing your own end of game music. This is what's
diegetic end of game music is awesome.
Mirren's trying to run in time with it, so her armor kind of clinks and clanks.
Amazing. As
Kelly
you
just
keep...
occasionally gets
go
distracted by it and starts just dancing along. Oh no, run! Right.
As you keep running, you take a few turns, and eventually you take a turn, and you round the corner into a room which is much grander than the other rooms you've been in. It's sort of shaped like a T. You're on the top end of the T here, and there is a throne in the middle of the top of the T. This is going to be fun to describe. As you round the corner, you all kind of pull to a stop because on the other side of the top of the T is a massive three-headed dog. Its fur is bright red and it has green noses and a little collar just on one head with a little skull on it. And it is staring at you quite intently and looks quite upset. There's also a massive throne in this room, and you can't quite see down the long end of the T just yet, but you can see that there is another area off down there. The rest of the room has mosaics up the walls, quite grand, which depict someone in large dark robes. This would be similar to if you've seen any depictions of Erebos in the real world. This will be what you would associate with him. So fair to assume this is probably his throne room. And this
arrogant, good to know.
Probably where you would expect the portal to be.
Is there an obvious portal?
You cannot see one yet, but there is, like I said, this long end of the T that you can't see down.
Right.
Oh, so is the throne up on our end of the T, the crossbar?
Yes, so if you're here, the throne is sort of here.
Gotcha. Sort of worse.
Can I go and say hi to the dog?
We're
probably going to need to roll initiative.
Immediately, not even a chance to talk.
Good boy.
Because Cerberus.
He looks sad.
Can we roll initiative again? And please, dice, for the love of God.
I'm gonna physical dice this. Yeah, I'm sure I can.
There it is.
Appropriate enough, I do have my heavy metal dice today. That's not much better.
All right. All right. What did everybody get?
16.
16.
10.
8.
10. 8.
18, Shally.
Ooh.
18.
14 for now.
14.
You know what? Considering this party, that's not bad initiative rolls, everyone. Well done. I'm waiting for Emma to say Cerberus goes first.
I did roll a 20.
Oh. God damn it.
Yeah.
Just can't win.
You round the corner, and Cerberus starts, this Cerberus starts looking at all of you and sort of whining aggressively at all of you, growling. Whining and growling. There are 3 heads. They can make different noises.
They're harmonizing.
Could all of you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, God. I can see this coming, yes?
It is a magical effect.
Yes, it's a breath weapon, so yes.
Okay, cool.
It has a... Okay.
That's just as well, then. That's worse. Well,
21.
12.
11.
15 for Shally.
Nat 1.
Anybody who rolled less than a 15, you take...
Can I use Lifelong Companion to take a hit for someone when I've already been hit by something? I think it might be attack roll.
I would say no,
it's probably
because
attack
this
rolls.
is an area of effect spell.
Okay.
I think that's attack rolls.
Okay.
22 points of fire damage, and you are encased in the molten rock that the Cerberus spits out of its mouth. Sort of up to your waist, which is starting to harden around you. The rest of you take half of that, which is 11.
Okay.
Glad of those temporary hit.
Yeah, me too. I'd have been on 1 hit point if it weren't for that.
So yes, those of you who are encased in molten rock, you are now restrained.
Oh, yay.
Shelley, it is your turn.
How far away is Cerberus?
Cerberus is 30 feet away from you. The bar of the T, the long bar, is about 10 feet from where you are.
Oh, right. So I'd have to... Hang on. So what am I having to get through?
You don't need to go to Cerberus to have a look down and see what's down the long bar of the T.
Getting a strong hint that we might want to look down the long bar of the T, everybody.
Also, yes, but also big scary dog. I'll distract it. I'm gonna run up and hit the dog.
Okay.
Sorry, animal lovers out there. I'm hitting a dog.
It's got 3 heads and breathes molten rock. If you like that dog, I can't help you.
And I like that dog, but also respect the danger that dog poses.
Yep, so I'm going to attack with my horns first.
Yep.
For a 9.
9 will not hit, I'm afraid.
And then I'm just going to do another flurry of blows and hit twice more with horns. Just kind of go, basically kind of like jump up and do one on each head. So sorry, that's another key point. And
as you
very
run,
well, it's a 9 and a 20. Non, that 20.
20 will hit. As you run past the long bar of the T, you do see out of the corner of your eye. At the end of it, there is a sort of deep red pool of looks like blood. This is where the glow seems to be emanating from.
Blood.
Oh, glowing blood that way.
Blood.
And that is 9 points of damage.
Is the blood what we're looking for?
I don't know. I didn't stop to have a proper look at it. I was hitting a dog with my horns.
Doesn't sound very inviting.
I'm happy to leave.
This whole building's not particularly inviting.
No, I'll give you that.
Are you staying in range of Cerberus?
I'm going to stay there for the moment, yeah.
Okay. Danae, you are next.
Can I break someone out of the molten rock they are in?
The rock can be attacked.
Can be attacked?
The rock can be attacked, or the person can make a strength check to remove themselves.
Okay, I'm going to attack the rock. The person can make a strength check to free themselves. I wouldn't know this. I'm going to attack the rock around here. Recklessly.
Oh,
Yeah, initiative tracker!
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I will do it this time. This time. Maybe this time. Sorry, keep rolling.
That's fine.
I will.
I'm going to rage and recklessly attack the rock around Neo. Because in game terms, that doesn't mean the girl hurt him. That is a 23.
Yes, that hits the rock.
Awesome. So that is my d12 plus my d6 for the radiant, plus 6 plus 8. Right. That is 17 points of slashing damage as I hammer this rock.
The rock mostly breaks away, but it seems like there's still like a tiny bit holding Neo in place.
God damn it. Can Neo attack the rock inside the rock?
Yeah, he's restrained, so it will be with disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Could you just pass me that pen?
yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Right. There's nothing I can do to fix that. I'll stay here and keep trying to break people out.
Okay.
Charlie's said he's got this.
Cool.
I don't think he did.
No, you
So
said
he was up there. But he didn't say I did.
You told
I
us
said
all.
I'll distract it.
Oh.
Charlie,
you okay?
For the moment.
Okay.
Like, keep checking in, though.
All right. Well.
Neo. You're up next.
I become an ox. Will that break the rock? Because it means that I'm a large thing in what was...
It's the rock around you only has 3 hit points left. I'm going to say that you becoming an ox is enough to knock it all off. Yes.
Grand. Okay, I'm going to do that. I become an ox, Neo, in the space where I was previously. And seeing what Danae did, I'm going to try and ideally charge, if I'm 20 feet away from somebody else who's in rock, at their rock.
You're not, but I'll allow you to do a loop.
Okay, so that means that I make an attack on the rock. That's a 17.
Yes, that hits.
And then it will do 3d6 plus 4.
Who are you doing? Mirren's up next.
Yeah, let's do Mirren. That makes sense.
Like, who else is Demyson also trapped by rock?
Yeah,
Yes.
all trapped.
If it's strength based to
Mirren's-
get out, yeah.
Mirren's the most likely to be able to shake herself out of it.
Fine, yeah. I have no chance at all.
Okay, in which case then I will help him. Ah, that's 6. That's a 5. That's a 5. That's 20 points of damage.
You completely shatter the lava
Oh, phew.
surrounding Demyson.
Perfect.
I had no idea how I was going to deal with it otherwise.
Well, this is me now.
Amazing. Mirren.
I have a question. Does the rock feel like it's continuing to burn and cause damage?
No.
Or is it just like that initial hit?
Feels
and then
like
I'm
it's
stuck?
just slowly solidifying.
Fast congealing molten rock vomit.
I'm going to try and cast sleep on the dog. Oh, wait, hang on. Has someone gone close to it now?
It looks quite hardy.
Compared to us.
Like, really quite hardy.
Okay, maybe not then. Fine. I thought it was still far enough away.
Compared to the Minotaur bopping up and down in front of it.
We should have got sleep on the skeletons, folks.
Well, you were the ones that went to talk to it.
That's fair. Look, I think it's fair to say we did a bang-up job.
Yeah.
I mean, that literally.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Our current situation attests to that.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm just going to try and... Mirren's going to try and wrest her way out of the rock.
Cool. So make a athletics check.
Okay. It looked like it was another nat 1 then. It was a 19, so that's 22.
Yes, you sort of wrest yourself out of this rock, like pushing bits of it aside, and you have freed yourself.
Do a Hulk shirt.
That is your action. You still have movement and a bonus action if you want one.
I am going to give... I really feel like I should have worn my glasses today. Who's closest to the dog?
Shally.
I think I'm the only one kind of up there in its faces.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Shally instead then,
Yep.
as my bonus.
Do you wish to move? You could go and maybe get a bit closer to the pool
Yeah.
of blood, or to the
yeah.
Cerberus.
I think Mirren's probably going to be more focused. Whilst I appreciate that there's probably use in going to the blood, I think she's more focused on let's keep people alive. So she's going to move towards Shally and the dog in hopes of being useful in a defensive way.
Cool. So Mirren and Shally are up near the Cerberus. Demyson,
I can move.
you are no longer trapped
You can
in.
talk.
Thanks, Oxnea. What are we doing? Are we fighting this thing? I'm going to move up to the junction of the T as far as I can.
You can see the pool of blood, which is glowing off to the left. You can see the Cerberus up in front of you. You could go and have a look at it.
Is this Lathos? Is that what this is, shall we?
Don't know.
Don't want to dive into a pool of blood unless we know what it is.
Well, I'm a little busy right now. Maybe check.
Well, sure. I hope this works out fine for all of us. I'm going to inspire Shally. Section.
Wow, sarcastic inspiration.
Yeah. Little busy, are you? Fine. Well, I guess I'll use my contact with my god as an. Or no, okay, I don't have that. It's not a thing that I have.
We can switch places if you want.
I'm fine over here. Thank you very much. I'll try and investigate the pool of blood as far as I'm able. I'll use my action on it if necessary.
Would you like to roll an investigation check or an arcana check where...
Yes.
Which...
They're the same bonus. Investigation, but yeah, they're both +2. That is an 11. It's not great.
It definitely looks magical. You were here to find a portal. This could be a portal. Nothing else in here looks like a portal.
Or it could
Does
just
anyone
be
know if portals
magic
are
blood.
made of blood?
Yep.
But,
There is that length of pause as well.
well, good. I'm glad we have. Yes, I'll loiter as close to it as I can, and I'm done. I guess all my things.
Cool. Cerberus. Where's my dice gone? What have I done with them? I've put them over here.
Yes.
Sorry. Out of space. Does not get the breath weapon back.
Thank God.
Good news. However, it needs to roll a wisdom saving throw to attack Shally, correct?
Oh yeah.
And rolls with disadvantage.
Why?
For I am there with my shield.
That's attack rolls, not
That's
wisdom
not the wisdom saving
Oh no,
throw.
it's a wisdom saving. I'm awake.
No, I love that you've got that. I'm disadvantaged because I am there.
I'm gonna use that one in future.
I've rolled
present.
a 17. What's your saving throw DC? Nah.
There'll be a hit DC thing column next to Sanctuary, or it'll be at the very top of the whole spells thing saying save DC or hit flat
save DC 11.
11. Okay. I've rolled a 17, so Cerberus is able to attack Shally.
Without a disadvantage.
You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
that's the first one. That's a 14 to hit.
No.
Yeah.
The second one is going to bite out for you again.
Of course, 3 heads.
However, that's lower. That's a 12 to hit.
Hey.
Bopping about.
And the third one, that's an 18 to hit.
Yep, that does hit.
Okay.
A little bit too cocky.
13 points of damage.
Okay.
You alright?
Yeah.
That ends Cerberus's turn, and it becomes your turn.
Who?
Shally's.
Are we running, or shall I stay here a bit? Maybe I should stay here a bit until everyone's through. Dunno.
Have we hurt it even a little bit?
The bells start to dong more ominously.
Oh, we should run.
I'm getting in the pool of blood.
Turns out it's a health spa.
Actually, a portal though. Or is it just a pool of blood?
We'll find out.
Right, well, I'll go first then. Hang on a second. What can I do? I'm going to basically get as close to it as I can. So I'm going to... Oh, I haven't got that left though. How far away is this portal?
Bless you.
So 40 feet.
Oh. I could be very silly then. Yeah. I'm going to attack it, then flurry of blows it, then use my drunken technique thing to jump through the portal. So I'm just going to everything.
Love it. Love it.
Just everything.
Just everything.
So another horn at the middle head. That's only a 9.
No, unfortunately not.
I'm just jumping up at it each time. 2 more horns, left and right head, for a 17 and a 22.
Both of those will hit.
That is one for 8 points of damage, and the other for 6 points of damage. And then I will. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to find out where the key points things are. Yeah, and then so I'd use the drunken technique to disengage, and I then have 50 feet of movement to go run, just proper run, jump up, strike a pose into the blood.
Dive into the pool of blood and are gone.
Follow me!
Don't dive in there with your mouth open.
Don't know where that blood's been.
Danae, the lights are flickering slightly, and you can hear the onerous toll of bells.
Yes, but Mirren's currently there by herself. But she can disengage.
I had blooming thing. I didn't use it on my attack. Inspiration. Steady, shall
We could all just go, right? Because I've got 40 feet of movement. Demison's next to the portal.
Mirren's 40.
I've only got
40 feet away.
Okay, then I will run up next to Mirren, shouting "Go!" and I will charge Cerberus because I've got Sentinel. I can fix this. This means I'm there for one extra round. So I can charge straight towards and try and hit Cerberus, and then I'm in melee range of him.
How does this solve the problem?
Because Nat can disengage and run away, and if it tries to attack Nat as it goes, Nat disengages and is gone. Nat's got 2 turns to get in, and I can charge 40 feet because I'm a Centaur. So it means I'll be able to go in the same round.
Stop it attacking Mirren.
It does, because Mirren can disengage. Mirren can disengage, and Mirren disengages, then it can't hit Mirren because Mirren's disengaged and can go. And if it tries to hit Mirren, I can attack it again, and then I can disengage and run, and I've got 40 feet of movement.
Okay.
It stops it following Mirren, I guess. It
stops it following Mirren, isn't it? It stops it following Mirren or anyone. It means just the guy can't walk down the corridor and make Demyson or Mirren's life more difficult, or Neo's if he decides to stick around, because I can't control Neo. Right, so...
You're putting a lot of faith in me to do something sensible.
You'll be fine. I'm going to charge. So if I charge and I hit with an attack, I get to use a Hooves attack as a bonus action. So I'm going to do all of that. Just run straight in and start thwacking away at Cerberus. Reckless, obviously. First attack is a 15.
15 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. One more on 2 attacks, I only have 1. So I run in and just charge up and try and hit him with the axe, but do not hit. And I'm just standing next to Mirren and shouting, "Go! I've got this!"
Cool. You are standing toe-to-toe with Cerberus, head-to-head. Head-to-head, one of the heads. One of the things. Neo, Danae is charged into the Cerberus and is shouting at all of you to leave, but it's still there.
How far away am I from the pool?
Also 40 feet.
Cool. So I can't actually do it without a dash. So I will.
Don't oxes have 40 feet?
No, 30, man.
Wow, that's a slow ox.
I'm 35. I lose speed by becoming an ox. Okay. No, I don't really need to do, and I'm not in melee range or anything. All right, fine. In which case, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move right next to the pool, and then turn and face Cerberus and wait.
Okay. Mirren.
So Mirren, is going to disengage, run over as close, like keep running towards the pool, and just shout at Neo, "Get in, get in!"
Are you shooing a cow? Move!
At the moment, there's like this pool of blood. There's sort of Neo and Demycin, and then Mirren, and then 40 feet away, round a corner, there's Cerberus with Danae. Just all in a holding pattern at the moment.
Yep.
Demycin.
We don't need to form a queue. There's enough blood for everybody. Can I see Danae?
No.
Fine, I won't bother inspiring. I'll just jump in the pool of blood.
You don't need to. Someone doesn't need to see. You don't need to be able to see to inspire.
Oh, just here.
Just
yeah,
here.
good point. I will. Don't do anything foolish. Just heroic enough, but not too heroic. If you know what I mean.
What's the difference?
You don't die.
Okay.
And I'll just backwards, just dive into the pool. I guess step in rather than dive in. It's a tentative. Yeah.
Cool. You vanish into this pool of blood and are gone. Cerberus.
I really hope this is the portal now.
just landed in Erebos' holding cells.
Yeah. So that would be a great ploy as an evil overlord, wouldn't it?
There's a magic portal in my throne room.
Cerberus is going to try and breathe rock on you again.
Oh, did you get the breath weapon back?
Yes. Could you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
And I've got inspiration. It's a D6, right?
D6.
Right, I can see it coming, so I get dexterity with advantage, and I'm not going to use inspiration on anything else, so I'm going to roll it. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Oh my god. That's a 9.
Wow.
You take...
Jeez.
It's not we're not out of the woods yet, it's alright.
Cheesy Pete's.
Right. $19 points of...
Is it fire damage?
It is fire damage.
Okay, so I take all of it.
19 points of fire damage, and you are restrained by the rock.
Yep.
Currently. Shally is
Gone.
elsewhere. Danae.
May I make an athletics check?
Yes, of course you can.
Cool, I'm raging, so I have advantage. There it is. That is a 22.
Technically, you roll at disadvantage because you're exhausted, so it should be a flat roll.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
You still have your...
No, I don't. I use my inspiration dice. That is an 18.
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Good.
Good.
I
Good.
bust out of, again, I think I copy what Mirren did. And I've got 40 feet of movement.
Yes,
I can't disengage, but I am still raging. So I will just take the hit and run 40 feet and dive.
Okay. I've rolled a 17.
That hits me,
No, sorry,
yes.
19.
It was with advantage.
What?
Raging.
Still 19.
No, reckless. Yes, but...
I should roll this separately. 11 points of piercing and 3 of fire.
Okay, so that's 8 total.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I run back to the group, and I don't think I wait. I think I just dives. I think I try and grab Neo as I go, but I know I can't. So I will just sort of run past and dive headlong into the pool. Big majestic horse leap.
Neo, you are next.
Yeah. So after seeing Danae jump into the pool, I think I tentatively tippy tap reverse as an ox into the pool. And that's it.
Mirren, as you're about to take your turn,
No!
there is a flash of this deep red light in the room, and a sort of cloud of black smoke puffs out, and the presence that you've seen on the mosaic, the black cloaked figure, is standing in the middle of the room, staring directly at you.
Just go. It's your turn. Just go.
Yeah, she goes, "Oh, hello. Sorry to intrude. We'll be on our way. And dives in.
As you try to dive in, he holds up a finger, and your body. Roll with some saving throw.
It's the 23.
Wow.
Freezes for a second as he goes, I have a proposition for you, but you keep going.
Solid.
And dive into the portal. And as you leave, you do hear like a kind of frustrated sigh from Erebos.
Oh. I have a... Oh.
Cool. Shally, as you are accidentally swallowing blood in the portal, you hear Phoenix's voice.
Think things through, Shally. Come on.
Inside your head. Oh, you did it.
Thank goodness it was the portal. Oh, that's a relief.
Oh, what did you think it was? Just like a random pool of blood on the floor. Who leaves pools of blood on the floor? I mean, Erebos, I guess, maybe. Mogis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not Erebos, though. I guess, I just wanted to say, like, well done.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I did have some help.
I mean, I suppose so. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's probably all you, though. Like...
I wouldn't be the first to say so, but I'm sure other people would probably agree with you.
What was I going to say? Oh yes, I was going to give you back your coin, so
Oh.
you got another one for next time.
Yeah.
Just maybe not quite so soon. I've got big plans.
Aye. Okay, these are the small plans. Good. Yeah. Fab.
Well, no, these are the plans that aren't supposed to happen. Just stop dying.
I will do my best. Like, I've tried it once, it wasn't for me.
As you return to life, you have your coin back.
Hey.
And you also have a boon from Phoenix. So, as a reaction for one round, you have the ability to see into the immediate future. So for a single round, you can't be surprised. You have advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, and other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
And what's it triggered by?
It's a reaction.
Oh.
I will message
you. Advantage
that.
on basically everything.
Solid.
As you are all moving through this pool of blood, and if you opened your eyes, which would be foolish, but if you did, you would see just red and occasional flashes of things from your life, things that happened to you, people who you've encountered previously, just things from your timeline. As you do so, you eventually come back into your bodies, and you're on the mountain pass, and it's snowing, and you're at the back of a large group of people. Shally, you're surrounded by small children. They're all looking at you expectantly, waiting for you to entertain them. Neo, you're in the middle of casting Goodberry. Danaea, Demyson, Mirin, you're all traveling companionably together. Ciola is at the front of the group. You can see her. Mirin, out of the corner of your eye, you can see a dark cloud above.
Is it a cloud?
Are we at full hit points? What's the...
Yes, sorry. You have all leveled up to level 5, and you have had the effects of a long rest.
Hey.
That's extremely handy.
Really? There we go.
Okay. And we're all aware. Well, not like we've forgotten. We're all aware.
I mean, you're all aware of what's happened, but from your perspective, it could not have happened. This is the morning of the day when everything started.
looking at all the others to see if there's that sort of
I look down at
recognition.
Mirren and Demyson next to me. We go. Wait,
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Mirren's looking like not just confused about, but like actually a little bit more haunted than you might expect. And she kind of mutters, I've never seen a god before.
What?
Did you see?
I think it was Erebos. Just before I think he said he had a proposition for me.
And?
But it was just before I fell in, so I didn't hear what he had to say.
You blanked the god of death?
I didn't mean to.
Give Mirren a clap on the shoulder. Nice.
I was falling into the pool and I couldn't stop it.
No one's going to believe us now.
Hang on. We've been here. I turn around and look for dark clouds.
Roll a perception check with advantage. You know where it's coming from. Any of you can roll.
Do I still have permanent disadvantage?
No, the exhaustion is gone.
Oh, thank heavens. I did not know if that was permanent. Okay, good.
That's so nice.
That is a 17.
I got a nat 20.
Yeah.
Anyone above a 15, you know exactly where it's coming from. You can pinpoint it in the sky.
Danger cloud.
Shally will, like, having his coin in his hand and surrounded by the kids, go, well, I think it's, right, if I get, like, heads, you have to run as quickly as you can to the front, and tails, you have to run to the back. Heads, run! Back.
Pav, I deliberately said that you were in the middle of casting Goodberry, so if you don't want to have cast it, you don't need to have.
That's fine. I'm wondering whether this thing is underneath clouds yet.
Yes, it's underneath clouds.
It's underneath clouds. Okay, Neo. Look how much has changed. Having been affected by his experience in the Underworld, turns around and defiantly outstretches. I'm hoping. So he doesn't have the flowers that he took, does he? Because he's gone back in time.
If you open your hand, you might have one black petal left.
Oh, sick. Holds that. And he's going to cast Cool Lightning on the Chimera. If it's within 120 feet.
It is within 120 feet.
Yes. So, the Chimera needs to make a Dex saving throw.
Sure. I've rolled a 6.
Yes! So that's going to be 17 points of lightning damage for this first turn. And it's each creature within 5 feet of that point, and it's presumably the only creature within 5 feet of is that point that it's in. This is if you are outdoors in stormy conditions when you cast this spell, the spell gives you control over the existing storm instead of creating a new one, and so it would increase by 1d10. Is there a storm, or is it just the one cloud?
No, there's a snowstorm, but it's not a thunderstorm.
Cool, grand. Okay, cool.
But now we're fighting the Chimera again in thunder, and again, we're so metal.
I think at this point we shall need to roll initiative.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I could roll another bad initiative roll.
Oh man.
Natural 20, there we go.
I live up to my bad initiative
as
rolls.
well, Joe. This is great.
It's great.
9.
9 for Daenerys. What do the natural 20s turn into for you two?
23.
22.
22, 23. Mirren.
13.
I mean, none of this.
13. Shally.
Also 22.
22.
From an 18.
Amazing. All right. Demyson, you're up first.
Literally can't remember what it did to us last time. Did it have a breath weapon? Did I make
It had a
that?
lightning breath weapon. Is it got any resistances to lightning or anything like that?
We don't know.
That was not uncovered last time.
I surprisingly have a few things that I can do from this distance. I assume it's still about 120 feet away.
Yes, we should put up the initiative tracker. Thank you, Chris.
Are there still lots of people around? We've kind of noticed it earlier.
I'm saying that when you encourage the children to run away, you began ushering, so they have started to move. It's also still 120 feet away, so you've got time to start telling them to go. Demyson. Cool. Sorry, George.
It's about 120 feet away.
Yes.
Last time, did it move quickly enough that it will cover that ground in like one? Is it going to get close to us this turn, basically, from based on last time?
Oh yes.
Before my yeah, okay. I'm going to move, so I'm not standing next to anybody, or I'm trying to avoid forming a line or a general like. I want to avoid it as far as possible. The whole lightning breath thing. I'm going to ready to cast Bane if it comes in range.
Nice.
It probably won't come within 30 feet.
Okay. So it's 60.
Oh no, it. Hang on, let me just think.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
1 sec.
I have something else I'll do if it's unlikely to come within 30 feet.
I don't want to give you incorrect information.
That's cool. Yeah.
It probably won't come within 30 feet this turn.
That's
it's
fine.
likely to be
I'll
within
just-
60 feet.
Yeah, I think I'll hold my 60 feet things. I'll take the dodge action and I'll use my bonus action to inspire Mirren. Hey, we can see it coming this time. Yes, be ready. Do something awesome. Yeah, I've got to try and come up with a better story because people won't believe the dying thing now. And you are inspired, trust me.
So inspired.
Neo.
I hold the action of recalling the lightning. Or is that not a holdable action?
Why do you need to hold it? It's right there.
Because I want to. Well, what I was thinking is I want to move. I want to do kind of like what George has done. Move 35 feet away from everyone, but that might take me out of 120 foot range. And then when it comes within, then I would call it.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Okay.
you move 30 feet.
35.
35.
So I want to move, and I want to move like maybe in a different direction to the way that the Myson went. So like just again, just trying to spread out.
Yeah.
And then basically, if I can call lightning now, again, I'll do it. But if I can't, then as soon as I can, I'll hold that. I want to do that.
I mean, you could go like 30 feet in like a sort of V formation. So you're sort of, or between all of you, are creating sort of a star, I'm going to say at this point. And you could go sort of in a direction that brings you, so you're not outside of 120 feet, so you can call it now.
Perfect. All right, I'll do that then.
Cool.
In which case then, the Chimera just needs to make another dex saving throw, I think.
Okay. Well, that is a natural 1. So.
So close. That was so close to being a lot better than it was. That is 10 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
So close to being better than it was.
Yeah.
Cool. Any bonus actions?
Don't think so. No, I'm good for now.
Okay. Shelley.
First thing you'd do would be, yeah, everyone's got. Oh no, you're doing it, great. And yeah, just kind of again take up position, possibly far forward on a flank, and like, I guess hold a punch.
Yeah.
Probably not going to get close enough. Hopefully not going to get immediately close enough, but that's all I can do.
Cool. Mirren.
Mirren has remembered that she's been carrying javelins around with her as well this time.
Oh, the classic paladin javelin. Where have you been keeping them?
Yeah.
In the crab claw?
I mean, I've got a javelin pouch because I'm a horse and I can carry javelins relatively easy without being a major issue. So I can be holding your javelins.
Oh, thanks. That's kind. Yeah. I'm going to throw a javelin.
How far can you throw a javelin? Is it
120 feet.
120 feet.
Is that not what it says?
Range.
Oh, it says range 30 feet / 120 feet. I assumed that was...
Yeah, it's disadvantage. Means you attack
right.
with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
But it's
Throw it at disadvantage.
just amazing. Like, throwing weapons each like 20, 60. A javelin's 120 feet.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Disadvantage is 15 plus 6, so that is a 21.
Yes. You throw, you pull out this javelin, which we've never seen before, and you, lob it 120 feet
That's
into the
insane.
sky.
That's just mental.
And against all odds, it thuds into the Chimera. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
That is
I mean,
badass.
it's not great. It's a 7.
It's
You
still...
threw a javelin 120 feet!
Yeah. Mirren's not. This is the new, more confident Mirren.
Like, this isn't even like a long distance. This is like throwing straight up.
Yes,
Jesus.
Today.
Oh, wait, sorry, bonus action.
Oh, yes, go for it.
I'm going to prep Thunderous Smite, please.
Do you want to cast it? If you get hit with something and you might lose concentration on it, whereas you can just cast it on your turn.
Okay.
It's up to you, but...
Does the Chimera go after me? So I rolled real low.
Rolled really bad.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to cast it, or do you want to hold it for your... do you want to keep it?
I mean, if it's going to land in attackers, then that's a good point. I should probably save it.
Danae.
I will rage.
Sure.
And go and stand. Ugh. 3 different groups to stand in front of. Mirren's here, that's fine. But it's Mirren and Shelley. Demyson is... No, I'm going to go stand with Neo. I'm going to go stand in front of Neo. That's just what happens. I go and stand in front of Neo and just start raging and just waiting for it to come down.
Okay.
I will hold an attack if it gets within range of me, but I doubt it will.
Okay. It is going to fly within 60 feet.
Yeah.
And then it is going to use its lightning breath. And I'm going to roll to see which line of people it decides to fire it at. It fires it at the line which includes Demyson and Mirren.
Demyson and Mirren? Shelley and Mirren?
Well, technically a line can be any... I was going to say any 2 people, so...
Because Shelley and Mirren are together, me and Neo together, and Demyson's by himself. Like, that would mean
Shelley started further forward than everyone else with the kids in the group, but everyone else to the back and then moved to the side, so Shelley is on his own.
Oh, so we're all spread out.
Just take it. But you can draw a line between 2 points.
That's true.
Any 2 people can be in a line. I don't believe dodge has any effect on lined things. It is a... Dex saving throw, please.
Okay, so I get advantage from dodge for that. Although I get some magical effects, I didn't need to take the dodge action to get that, so... good one,
yes, so
for a penny.
Mirren and Demyson, can you both make a Dex saving throw, please?
That's an 11 on the dice, and that is a 17 on the dice, so that is a 22.
Yes, 22 will pass.
That is a 15.
15 will also pass, so you both take half damage.
I did the thing that I keep forgetting is a thing with my shield master, because I'm a shield master. Where's a gun? I think it means I take no damage.
Ah, yes, evasion.
Shield Master evasion.
Great.
I can't find it. It's gone. Oh, there we go. No, that's not it. I'm doing really well.
I think it's called Shield Master evasion.
Yeah. There we go. If an effect allows half damage on success, you can use your reaction to take no damage.
Yeah, so
That's
you
really
take
good.
no damage. So 35 halves down to 17. So 17 for you, Demyson.
Still very spicy for me.
And it's still in the air, 60 feet away.
Yes, 60 feet away in the air. Your turn, Demyson.
Hey, 60 feet away in the air. I still kind of want to do the Bane, but that's not a good idea at this point. Also, I don't want to move away, so I'm not going to do that. Sorry, I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do. This time I will ready Bane on the assumption that it is going to come down. So if it comes into range within 30 feet of me, I will cast Bane, unless that seems like a perilously bad idea. And as my bonus action, I'm going to keep throwing the inspiration out. I've got inspiration to spare, so you can have one, please, Shally.
Lovely.
It's also a D8 now.
Neo. So the chimera is now visible. So you can see again. It has the body of a ram. It has bull horns on one head. The other head is a lion, and then one head is a snake, and then it has this long, slithery tail as well.
Don't forget, it comes back when it dies.
And you can see it quite clearly. About 60 feet away from you, all up in the air.
So, centered on a point. So if what I'm concerned about is at some point, if it's within 5 feet of people, then cool lightning is going to start affecting people that are near it. But the point is, if the point is in the air, the 5 feet is around it in the air. It's not like a straight column that hits the ground.
If it's centered on a point, then at the moment, yes, it's up in the air, so it won't affect people on the ground.
Grand. Okay, in which case then, best thing to do is to cool lightning again. Just do it.
So the dex saving throw from it is a 14 this time.
Oh, just got it. Yeah, that's the DC. So it's going to take half, which is 4.
4.
Chipping away. Do not knock it.
Yep. Yeah. No, keeping it going.
And what if is that a bonus action? Yeah, why not? As a bonus action, I will crush the petal in my hands and then like drop it to the floor. And as I do so, like vines come up from the floor and just like start to film like a sort of like whirling shield around me as I invoke my piety ability from Karametra, which gives me +1 to my AC for a minute.
Excellent. Yes. Very nice. Shelley?
It's up in the air.
Sorry.
I am not up in the air.
I'm sorry.
Like his usual kind of like slightly athletic fighting Jake becomes a bit more kind of impatient.
It looks like it's coming down, if that helps.
It'll move a bit towards where it's going to come down and hold the punch.
I mean, you know where it's coming down because you saw it last time, so...
That is a good point. In fact, I'm going to go right up to where it's going to be and hold the horn then.
Cool. Awesome. No.
I'm ready.
We're in.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same. Head to where it's gonna come down and ready the trident.
Cool. Danae.
I will join in with the others running down to the point where it's going to land. I need to rage again because I didn't attack or get attacked on this turn. So I'll burn another rage to do that, and I will also hold an attack.
Cool. It could have flown to anywhere, but now you've presented like a nice juicy cluster of edible things, so it will fly to where you all are. I'm just going to see whether it's lightning breath recharges, which it does not. It's gonna, as it's flying straight towards you, it's going to try and hit. You can take your attacks first. So Shally with the punch first.
It was a horn.
It was a horn. Yes, you were holding it.
It was a horn. That is a 24.
Yes, that one hits.
For just 6 points of damage.
6. Then Mirren, go in with the trident. Have at.
That is an 18.
Yes, also hit.
Sweet. Oh, only for 1. Well, 4 total. 4 on the dice.
Cool.
Can I please cast Bane?
Yes.
It needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, it's incredibly charismatic, as you might expect.
I assumed it was. That's why I chose this one. Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
No, it doesn't beat. So it's got -D4 on attack rolls and saving throws for the next minute.
And Bane lasts for the duration, doesn't it? It's not a
1 minute.
You never
no
save
repeat
again.
saves. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. Danae, with your axe, give it.
25.
Yes, 25 will hit.
It's low for me. 1, 7, 12, 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Cool. As it comes down with a big swoop of its eagle-lit wings and lands amongst all of you, it takes 3 attacks. It's going to go 1 for each of you. The horns are going to go for...
Got to be a horn on horn action. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing, Shally.
I haven't got my reaction back, can't you, Sam?
It shall. That is a 21 to hit.
I will
Sorry,
take the hit.
22.
I will take the hit.
Yes.
You will take the hit. Can you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
Can I?
Oh, also, Mirren is there. That's your reaction, isn't it? Sorry.
Oh, actually, if I'm taking the hit, is it a reaction? That's a really good question.
It probably is.
Life of
Yeah.
companion.
Yes, I believe it is a reaction.
We eventually can see whether you can use your reaction. Yes, sorry, I can't take it.
Shally, can you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
That's a good point. Oh, yeah, sorry. It should have done a disadvantage throw on the attack throw as well.
I'm going
You
to...
used your
but it's probably
reaction
gonna
to hold
attack
your
again.
attack and hit.
That is a 16.
You're not knocked prone. You do take 17 points of damage from it.
Ooh.
The tail is going to swing out and try and grab Mirren.
Oh.
Do I get to rebuke the violent first?
Yes, of course you can. So it
wisdom
takes...
saving.
Is rebuke the violent a reaction?
Yeah, immediately after the attacker.
But does it take a
30 feet.
reaction?
It is categorized under the reactions thing, so
You've already
so I
used your
can't do it.
reaction.
Yeah,
Fine, okay,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, next time.
The wisdom saving throw is a 20. Oh no,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
it doesn't need to make
doesn't
it. Sorry,
matter.
apologies. Too many things. The tail is going to swing out at you, Mirren.
Yep.
However, with Bane, I have rolled a 10.
That does not hit.
No, I know. I wasn't expecting it to.
10? Does it? Does it?
And the claws are going to swing out at Danae. Oh, however, that is a 19 minus 2, which is 17, add 7, which is a 25 to hit.
Do you roll advantage?
No, I roll flat.
Cool, because I'm just
I
checking.
know. I know.
I mean,
Pay
you've hit me.
attention.
You always hit me. I've got an AC of 14. You'll always hit me.
Which is 11 add 4, which is 15 points of damage.
Reduce to 7.
Yes. And with that, at the end of the Chimera's turn, as it has landed amongst you all, that is where we're going to take our break. And we shall pick up back at the top of the round after a few minutes. So do stick with us to see how this one pans out. Hopefully better than last time.
I mean, I hope so, but who knows?
Otherwise, we just have to do the whole thing again.
Yeah, we've done it already. We can do it again.
We could do this campaign every year, right?
Yeah,
It's like a seasonal thing.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. See you in a sec.
Bye.
Bye.
everybody to Theros Legends of the Underworld, where we are in the middle of a serious battle with the Chimera that last time killed all of these players and sent them to the Underworld. But this time, probably not. We left for the break when it had just taken its turn and done quite a lot of damage to Shally, but failed to hit the other two.
No, it hit me.
Oh, did it hit you too?
Nothing hurts me. I'm a
I
barbarian.
know, you just shrug it all off. Off your horsey shoulders.
No, my shoulders are human because I'm a centaur.
Technically,
My
you have
back.
both. You have horsey shoulders here and also human shoulders here. Because, yeah.
I have 2 pairs of
Centaurs! They're just wrong. Yeah, look at your horsey shoulders and your human. Anyway, sorry. That got into a long conversation about shoulders. Let's dive back in at the top of the round with Demyson.
Hey, yep, I was just trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do. Can I check? So one of the things that might make sense to do is to cast Dissonant Whispers, but also I'm aware that will put it out of people's range, which is not ideal either. So maybe I just don't do that.
That will mean that people get opportunity attacks. Now, one of the
Yeah, but
people
it
who
will mean
makes
on their
opportunity attacks is Danae, who I believe has Sentinel.
That is absolutely perfect. Well, yeah, I guess if you take your opportunity attack last, that is ideal because it stops it. No, I guess everyone will get their opportunity attacks anyway. But yeah. So making it only move 5 feet is great. So
it doesn't even get to move. It starts to move. We all attack it, and then if my sentinel attack hits, it can't move. That's still started to move.
Cool. I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on the Chimera at 3rd level. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Dirtiest rules thing we've done in a very long time, George.
In fact, I'll use. Do I want to? I'll stack Unsettling Words on top because I want this to happen. So I'll use my bonus action to Unsettling Words, which is a -D8 on its next saving throw. It also has a -D4 in its saving throw from Bane.
Now it
it's
has
a wisdom save.
spell turning, so it has advantage on saving throw on a spell that targets only it. So I'll roll with advantage, but I'll roll the Bane and you roll the D8.
I'll roll the D8. Cool.
Wow. Well, I rolled a 10 and a 4. So
I got a 7. On my D8.
Did you say wisdom?
Wisdom, yes.
Well, it adds 7, but then it also minuses 7 with the Bane and the... so it's a 10.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
10 does not break my DC, so it is Dissonant Whisper-sized.
Yes!
So,
I just send psychic mutterings into its head about how this has all happened before, and we know exactly how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
But
just
George,
to try and
we don't want it to
mess
turn out
with
that way.
I know, but it doesn't know that. It doesn't know what happened last time.
Maybe it does.
roll your damage. Go for it.
That's a nice. 21 points of psychic damage.
Oh, that is
That's 5, 6, 6, 4, 1.
hefty. It's sort of... It can't grab its head because it has hooves, but if it could, it would. It tries to run away. Shally, Mirren, Danae, you may all take opportunity attacks on it because this is not forced movement.
Wait.
18.
18 hits.
Oh, no, that was 12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
17.
17
You
will
have
hit.
inspiration still, though, right?
Oh, I do.
D8.
So I can just roll that with
Add a
advantage.
D8 if you want.
No,
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 you just
add a
add a
D8
D8 to the roll. Yeah.
Oh, so that makes it 19.
19 will hit, yeah.
5, 11... 18.
8 points of damage from Shally.
Okay, hang on.
There's a lot going on here.
8 first, then 18. So with these 2 hits, it starts to go into its. You feel like it dies temporarily, and then immediately
comes back.
It's happened to all of us.
With full,
we knew you were going to do that.
full hit points, and some of the damage carries over, and starts looking kind of necrotic-y. And
Kinda necrotic-y.
yeah, kind of necrotic-y. Mirren, what was your damage?
It was 7, but actually I'm going to Divine Smite it.
Oh,
I just wanted to make sure
this.
that it wasn't going to kind of null my damage first. hang on. One spell slot to 2d8, yeah. Plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first.
So if you use a first level spell slot, it's 2d8. If you use a second, it would be 3.
Yeah, well, yes, let's do that then.
Nice.
Obviously. I'm just going to do that on
Oh, but now it's got legendary actions.
instead.
Okay.
Well, that is a 9 total.
Plus your trident attack.
Plus the trident attack is... Oh, where's that gone? That's another 1d6 plus 3. 4, so that's 13 total.
Amazing.
Every little number helps and adds up. That's good.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, Demyson, it turns to the 3 people standing in front of it. That is Danaea, Shally, and Mirren, and is going to breathe on all of you a big cloud of necrotic-y breath. Could you all please make me Constitution saving throws?
Sure. Come on. 21.
21.
17.
17.
Also 17.
17. You all pass.
Ha ha! Screw you, mythic monster. No, I'm pleased. We're doing well.
Yeah. No, you're doing great. just antagonize the creature standing in front of you. That's 14 points of damage. That's already halved, and it's necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Does that mean I get to take no damage again?
No, it was a con save rather than a dex save. So, sadly, not on the necro breath.
Not on the necro breath.
Neo, it is your turn.
Is there a side of the large chimera that is mostly unoccupied by things attacking it?
Read me the exact wording on Call Lightning.
It's not what I'm asking.
Oh.
I'm not actually. I'm going to drop Call Lightning. I'm doing something different.
I mean, you could attack its bum.
Is there, if there were, for example, 8 things lined up next to each other, would they be able to all attack it?
It would depend how big they were, but
wide
probably.
Okay,
It's a wide load.
I would like to conjure 8 wolves to one side of it, and I would like them all to attack the chimera. I don't know if they can attack on the turn that they are conjured. I don't know if I need to roll them a separate initiative and then they do it on that initiative.
What does Conjure Animal say?
Conjure Animal says you roll initiative for the summon creatures.
Roll initiative for them.
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay.
One single initiative for all of them, or
Roll a single initiative for all
Good.
of the
Phew.
wolves.
Okay, so their dex is +2. Okay, cool, let's do it. Come on, Wolfies. What did I get? I got 22. 21 would be perfect. Let's have a 19. 16.
16. Okay.
That's good.
So they go after Shally.
Okay, cool.
It's Shally and the wolf pack.
They are a kind of tutti frutti themed color as well. So these play wolves, but they kind of like alternate in color, like orange one, pink one, green one, orange one, pink one.
I mean, I love everything about it. This is just... I mean, I'm going to try and kill them next turn, but I love everything about it now. Shally.
I'm going to do some attacking.
Yeah.
I've just been horned. Charlie isn't looking the best at the moment, but
You're a fifth level monk.
he is going to attack. So he gets 2 attacks.
Yes.
And it's just basically going to be. Well, no, he's actually his unarmed strike has gone up to the same as his horns now. But the first 2 are just going to be horns because it's going to be proper. You've just butted me. I'm going to give you 2 kind of thing.
Fair. Entirely fair.
So that is not very good. I have 1 inspiration dice, but I have got a 13 and a 14. I take it they would.
Neither of those would hit.
So I'm going to roll the inspiration dice on the.
14.
Roll the inspiration dice on the 14 to make it a 20.
Yes, that will hit.
And 13. I'm going to roll my. I'll get a sudden flash of what would happen, and I'll roll my oracle dice on the other one for a 6. So that would be a 19.
Both those now hit.
Excellent. So that is to them. So that is a 9 and a 7. So 16 points of damage. And then I am going to Flurry of Blows.
Okay, go for it.
And this is just going to be kind of like just a pummeling from the fists. Better rolls, they are not better rolls. That's a 16.
16 hits.
And an 11.
11 does not. So roll for 16.
Steve, stunning strike.
Oh, it's I've got quite a low DC for it. So it's like, I think it's something like 12 or something.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So, that's just for 6 points of damage.
6. Cool. It is stacking up over time and it is like starting to flinch away from your blows a little bit.
Well, we've already killed it once.
Mirren, 'tis your turn.
I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite.
Yes.
Yes! Do it!
Is it going to work this time?
Oh yeah.
That's the question. So I have to roll a d20 to check whether it works first, right? Oh no, I can cast it, but it's whether I
Cast
actually
it and it's whether you attack. Do you have 2 attacks now?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, so you have 2 chances to hit.
All right. That was a natural 20.
Oh yes.
Would you
That's
like
it.
to add another smite on top of that? Divine Smite.
Yes, I would.
It's
Yes.
brutal.
You can.
I mean, that is yeah.
you
So that's
can-
26 total, but
Yeah, that's good to hit. So if you add a Divine Smite, then you double all of the dice. So that's from the Thunderous Smite, your weapon damage, and all of the Divine Smite dice that you roll. You would roll all of them twice.
there's going to be a lot of maths here, isn't there?
Welcome to Paladin Maths. Level 5 Paladins is where it starts.
I don't like it. Okay. So the trident. That is a crit with a 14. And then the Thunderous Smite does the 2d6 thunder damage. So that's another 10.
Cool. Was that 4d6?
No, that was only 2. So I do another 2.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should do another 2.
Critical doubles all of these.
Ow!
Okay, so that's 14 and 10 and 9. Was there anything else? That feels like a lot already.
Your divine smite.
If you want to Divine Smite as well.
And the Divine Smite as well. Oh my god.
What level spell slot are you using?
For Thunderous
No,
Smite,
for,
I was
for
just.
your Divine Smite, will you burn a second spell slot for the extra Divine Smite
I do
damage?
have a second spell slot left as well, so I can do that. Yes. Is
So
it going
that's
to be a big
68.
battle?
68 on top of that.
Okay.
So good.
Emma's Paladin in Sea of Swords routinely does like 50 to 70 points of damage a round. That's just what happens.
Okay. That's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
It's cheating if you use weapons, though.
Okay. So that is 31 plus 14 plus 10 plus 9.
Was the 31 for the Smite?
Yes.
Cool.
31 plus 14 plus 10 plus 9 is 54 points of damage. No, 64 points of damage.
Sure.
Amazing.
I've never done so much damage ever in my life before.
Describe it!
Yeah, what does this look like?
Okay, so I think again, like having faced some demons down in hell and being inspired by everyone kind of rallying and things going better this time, and seeing Neo working with lightning as well, I think Mirren has just sort of it's just kind of her confidence in herself and knowing that she can do this, and the kind of the thunder and the lightning crackle that happened before when we died, that was kind of her desperately wanting to save people, but this time she knows that she can, and it kind of crackles, and her trident again kind of it trickles with lightning as she kind of dives, like jumps, does like proper like Grecian hero 300 like leap. No lamp, sorry lamp. Yeah, proper gladiator leap, and stabs the trident down into one of the heads.
And as you do so, it dies again. But as it does so,
Oh no.
Unbelievable.
the third head, the lion head, starts to glow, and it returns to life again.
Lives,
And
three
we
heads.
forgot the
I
wolves.
get it.
So the wolves are now going to take their turn.
Exactly. Okay, this is a lot of maths as well. So they all have advantage because they're all stood next to
pack
walls.
tactics. Yeah.
And everyone that hits, you need to roll me a strength saving throw. And if you get below an 11, it's knocked prone. If that happens before another one gets the chance to hit, then they still have advantage.
Yeah, advantage doesn't stack. Doesn't make no
But they
difference.
stop proning, exactly, yeah. Alright, cool. So, that's not great. I also have like a D&D encounter, like D&D Beyond encounter tracker, so I've got all of them separately. So that was Wolf A. And that's 13, which I'm guessing probably doesn't.
No.
Don't they all have
doesn't.
better names than Wolf A?
Wolf parentheses A,
All right, okay.
who is
Don't have
orange.
time to ask yet.
Okay, this isn't going as well as it should be. That was a 7. 14?
No.
Dice suck. Aha! 22.
22 hits. So
Okay.
So Wolf C.
that is a wow. That is a 4 on the.
Great. So it is the giant cobra is not prone by a pink wolf. And then it does 2d4, which is 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh. Yep.
So that's 4 out of 8 so far. Okay, 219, so that's going to be a hit.
Yep.
That's 7 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
5, 6. 14 doesn't hit.
No.
7. That's another 12 doesn't hit. And the last one, 21.
21 hits.
So, 4, 6.
6. Cool. And at the end of the wolf's turn, as it's died and come back to life, with the head that's starting to glow, sort of like the sun, you might say. This is the lion head. The lion head turns to the wolves that are all in a neat line, and it's going to catch one of the 3 of you that are standing there. I'm going to roll d6 to see who it is. 1, 2, 3. That is Mirren, I'm afraid. Could you all of the wolves, please, make me
This cuts both ways, Pav.
a dex saving throw?
Okay. 8. 6. Oh no, wait, how is this? No, okay, I'm just gonna do it then.
Hang on, if Nat
your dex
passes,
saving
it's
throw?
Lancer goes off the shield.
That's correct.
2.
That does not pass.
Oh,
8 paper.
That has had her moment, and that's it. I'm useless for now.
so now it can do a necrotic breath and a radiant breath as legendary actions each round, and it's still got a full turn.
We don't know that it can do both.
I mean, would George, you
necrotic might be-
DM George, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
You know what? These aren't that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that was me. Alright, cool. I'm ready for you.
Right. The pass number is 16.
Okay. So that's 2, 3.
Cool. Right. The 3 who've passed take 15 points of damage.
Cool.
All the ones who failed, including Mirren, you take 31 points of damage, radiant damage.
Oof.
Okay, so what you see...
Wait.
All the wolves gone.
Yeah. You see, like, them all, like, just, like, covered in... And then in a last act of resistance, they kind of, like, confetti, like, puff in, like, their colour of smoke. And so you just, like, have this, like array of, like, multicolored smoke that appears behind where they were.
The wolves are they within 5 feet of me? Are they around the corner?
They are, but you can't. You could. Yes, go for it.
Yeah, I think Mirren absolutely takes the damage because she's just a bit shocked that she managed to do that big attack, but manages to kind of I'm doing rebuke the violent, manages to kind of help with the wolves. So that is a wisdom saving throw.
Minus D4. Yeah,
I don't need to roll it, George. That is a 9.
Oof.
Yes, that's a failure. Radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt.
So
Indeed.
31.
Excellent. Danae.
Okay. I am going to grab the horn. Do I still have the horn?
You still got the horn. It says,
It says.
It says, blow me if you need help, I think.
I think it said blow me if you're in need. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what this does, so I'm just going to blow on it and see what happens, because I think this is it. This is the night.
You, Chris, know what it does.
I know what it does, but Danae doesn't know what it does.
Describe what it does.
As I blow on the horn,
Da, 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 da.
it doesn't do that. That's it.
It does.
No, it's much more heroic.
DM rule.
There's a sort of low, sonorous, like sort of beautiful call out that rages, and I roll 3d4. 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 3, 7, 8, 9. 9 centaurs! 9 centaur spirits charge out of the snow and charge forwards to attack.
Yes.
Do they go on my turn, or do they roll initiative?
Let's roll initiative for them.
Sure. Where are they? I had the stat block up. Oh, it's
Wow, that's a
I was
lot.
smart. I put them on my extras page. The centaurs have a dexterity mod of that, so that's a nat 20. So they roll a 22 initiative.
Okay, so they're in the Neo and Shally box.
Okay, how many did I just say there were?
9.
9. Oh god.
I feel like this is you see Neo summon wolves and you're like, yeah. What this battle really needs is just more.
I'm never going to use it otherwise. I want to use it.
Cool. It is your turn.
I've used it.
That was your action. You don't want to
That's
take any
action.
bonus actions.
I can't take any bonus. Interesting. I think I can use my hooves to attack as a bonus. No, they're just things I can attack with. If I charge, I can use my hooves as a bonus action, but otherwise I don't have any bonus actions I can use. That is the end of my turn. I think I just yell a warrior's yell and like, so happy the centaurs are here. Danae didn't know what happened, so Danae's kind of very pleased.
Cool. The lightning breath is going to spring out of the mouth again. It's going to get one of the 3 of you standing in front of it and one of the people who's further away. I'm just going to do a bit of randomizing here. That is Shally. So it's going to get Shally, and then it's going to get...
I have seen this lightning breath before.
Ah, yes.
And this triggers my boon to see into the future and go, oh, I know what's happening here. So it's I get a thing on my head.
You get advantage on your saving throw, yes. And Neo as well. It catches you in the line. Could you both please make me the dexterity saving throw?
Do you want to hit some centaurs as well? There are 9 of them.
Well, it probably catches like 3 of them. Like they're around.
Sucks.
3 of them? I was hoping for like 1.
I got a nat 20 for a 27.
I got a 6.
Is it a dex
Roll
save?
advantage pad.
Yes.
Is it a dex save?
Yes, it's a dex save. Well, yes, Shally, you pass because you can see this coming, and you're like, yeah, I can just move out of the.
Jump out and flip over it.
Yeah.
The
Neo,
centaurs
you
roll.
don't see this coming in any way, and you're like, oh, where did that come from?
Of the 3 centaurs, one of them dodges out of the way with a natural 20, one of them dodges out with a 19, and one rolls a 1.
Wow. Neo and the centaur are kind of in the same boat here, going like, where did that lightning come from? Cool. Right. Let me just add all of these up. That's 20, 30, 32 points of damage on full. Half of that is 16.
No, it didn't save. Shally, he is down.
I saw this coming. Didn't help.
Neo, how are you doing? 1.
Wow.
Demyson, it is your turn.
Yeah, that changes what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna just like. Can I get to Shally? I assume I can.
Yeah, you can run in and be with Shally.
How close will I be to the
In my
Chimera? Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
Come on.
Yeah,
Be heroic.
I've got so little health.
Remember the good
It's me.
stories, George.
I remember the good stories are the ones where I don't die.
I thought this was a good story and you did die, so you know.
That's yeah.
Lawyered.
Goes through Demyson's head. It's like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna just trot over to Shally and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level for a total of, I think, 13 points of healing. But you're 13 more than you had. For some reason I thought that the creature would use its reactions, but I don't think it has. No, it hasn't, because it's just gone.
No.
Literally just gone. I guess I'm gonna... I really don't want to stand here, but also I don't want to move. So that's good. Bonus action. Go on.
You're about to create a spell, create a song called like "Should I Stay or Should I Go?"
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I am going.
George,
yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong. Forced movement on you wouldn't trigger an attack of opportunity on you. So if I picked you up and ran away, I would take the attack of opportunity and you wouldn't, and I'm fine.
That sounds.
And then all of my
it
sentinels
has
can
legendary
deal.
actions.
It also has legendary
Was
actions.
the lightning and legendary action?
No, that was on its turn.
That was on its turn.
Did it not stand up on its turn then?
It would have stood up. Sorry.
Yeah.
It didn't move anywhere, so it would have stood up. Sorry.
Alright.
I forgot that it was prone.
Well, I
To
don't
be fair,
think
it's
I can.
prone and up
do
is just sort of a
anything.
height thing.
I'm gonna inspire Danae. Wait, Danae's correct. No, I'll just inspire Danae. I haven't inspired Danae yet. And I'm just gonna stand there, hopefully.
Cool. At the end of your turn,
Yeah.
it's going to use the
there is.
necrotic breath again.
Oh shit.
On
that's me down.
everyone's standing in front of it, so that's the 4 of you.
Shally's body's there.
Charlie's awake now.
Shally's awake. Ah,
Shines up.
So could you all make con saving throws, please?
Is Neo there as well? We
No,
all
no,
there.
no stood away.
I really shouldn't have gone in there. That's just gonna knock me straight down. I think.
16 saves.
12.
14 does
17.
not. 17 does.
George?
12. Sorry, 12.
12, no, sadly not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely down. Which means also Bane drops down.
10, 20, 24 points of damage on a failure, 12 on a success. If you failed, you are unable to regain hit points until the end of your next turn.
Oh, that's me fucked.
And Shally's down as well again.
Did anyone succeed and go down?
Yeah, because I used my reaction to rebuke the violent, so I can't shield master evade. So
It's
I'm
a
down.
con save.
yeah.
So even at 12 hit points, you're down.
Yeah.
So Mirren can be brought back up again, and Mirren can then heal after they're failed. They'll get 1 round of a death save regardless of what happens.
Okay.
Hope it doesn't breathe on anybody again.
Well, and like,
But you're up still, Danae?
yeah, I'm fine. Not even half hit points.
Oh, great.
Neo. Tis your turn.
Neo is going to cast. No, okay. Balm of the Summer Court, Mirren,
Yeah.
for 3d6, which is,
Plus a lot now.
yeah, so that's going to be, let me remember this. So it's 1, 2, 3. So the 3d6 are 7. You also gain 3 temporary hit points additionally, and then on top of that, you gain.
5.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's. So what did I say?
So it's 12
12 plus
full,
3.
and then 3 temp.
Cool. Okay.
It's good.
And then, as my action, you already have reckless, so is there point in doing? Might as well try. Okay, fairy fire, and I'm going to try and make the chimera as pink and bright as possible.
I mean, that sounds amazing. What save am I rolling?
Your dex 14, which isn't great, but we'll try. We try.
I've rolled a 19, I'm afraid. But I'm sad that we don't have a party chimera going on here, because that would have been a lot of fun. Shally, could you roll a death saving throw for me, please?
Have the
Do I get to roll these?
After Shally.
Do I get to roll these with advantage?
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
That is sneaky as fuck.
I mean, you knew you were going to die, so...
That's sad.
There is that. I've rolled 2 14s though, so I was hoping for a nat 20.
No,
At least I'm a success up.
Yeah. Centaurs. Your centaur army.
There are 9 of them.
9 of them.
There are 9 of them, and they are all going to charge at this thing.
I mean, sure, why not? This is why I gave you this item, because I wanted 9 centaurs to charge the chimera.
Yeah. I think that's correct. I don't have enough d20, so I'm going to roll this a few times. Right.
More, I have plenty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 3 more, please. Thank you. Right. So, on attack rolls, we have a 10.
Nope.
A non-nat 20.
Yes.
Another non-nat 20.
Yes.
A nat 20.
Yes.
An 8.
Yes. No.
A 17.
Yes.
A 13.
No.
A 16.
Yes.
And a 15.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them hit, and 1 with a nat 20. They all charged. So, those 3 can go away. Thank you very much. That's mine. So I've got.
Steady.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them hit. 6 of them have hit, and 1 was a nat 20. So that's 1d10 times 6, so 6d10.
It's going to be really distressing if the centaurs kill the chimera.
4, 5,
Kill
6. They all charge, so they all get 3d6 on top of that.
They're definitely going to kill it.
So 3d6
This is what's gonna
times.
happen.
I want to roll this damage. 3d6 times 6 is 18d6.
I mean, I think even if
One,
they all roll ones, you're going to kill
I'm happy
it.
to help with a virtual dice roller.
3. No, I'm doing it manually. 4,
Oh, okay, all right.
5, 6, 7. No, 6. How many was it? 3d6 times
God,
6.
18, you said.
18. So I need 9, and I have 9d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And you
6,
include
7,
a
8.
critical in that.
And there's a crit.
So that means that there's actually
An extra 3d6.
one of them is 26, and there's an additional d10 as well.
21d6 and additional d10. I only need a dice roller. I don't have enough dice. I don't have enough dice. That makes me sense.
I'll do. You do.
I got it. So 21d6.
I'm sad that after all the times on Sea of Swords that I've been there going like, I can count all of these bajillion d8s.
Have you ever
not
rolled
even bothering.
21d6?
I reckon when I rolled all of those dice like a couple of weeks ago, that was near on 20.
Right, 21d6 plus 7d10. I've broken D&D Beyond.
It'll get that.
Okay, so that is 108 plus 4 per attack times 6. So that's 132 points of damage. Case rested.
I think that's OP. I think that's like more than its entire hit points
Right.
in one go.
And is that horn once per turn as well? You can use the horn, yeah?
It's once per 7 days.
Yeah, once
it is
per
once per
week.
7
We got hundreds of
days.
these centaurs waiting behind the door. They'll just come out.
Yeah, the centaurs dash in and completely decimate the chimera. Like, you feel like Erebos is empowering their every slash. And like, you've never seen anything quite like it. I mean, the 3 of you that are still currently conscious to see it.
No idea.
And as they do so, you it gets to a point where you're like, geez, it's dead. Like, you can stop now.
It's come back twice.
It's come back twice. If they look at me with a kind of, should we stop? No, keep going.
And eventually they do stop, and the chimera is no more. But Shally and Demycin are still lying on the floor. Demycin, could you make me a death saving throw, please?
Is no one going to try and stabilize me?
I was going to say,
You make one before your next turn, before you are able to regain hit points.
Oh yeah, but someone could stabilize me, but I'm just going to roll it because I guess I can't die from one thingy. I fail, so that's one fail.
Demycin and Charlie don't look particularly great, but at this point you are able to start healing them again.
I mean, I'm just standing in the middle of all these centaurs, axe raised high with a kind of yes, like sort of moment, because A, don't know, and B, can't heal. So
I'll like give them both Balm of Southern Court from a distance.
Okay.
Still a fart, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
Right, back. Where is it? Come on. What the hell happened?
There's a sort of chimera-shaped smear on the ground, where it used to be underneath the hooves of all these centaurs, who were all in the middle of where with an ego like Erebos, 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 Erebos.
Technically, they have multi-attack. I just noticed.
Chris, I'm not doing it.
It's already dead.
Shally, you get 8 hit points and 1 temporary, and George, you get 9 hit points and 1 temporary.
Sweet, thank you very much.
I am still on 1 hit point, and I'm fine.
Mirren can run over and I can lay on hands.
Yay!
The train of people off in the distance are running because you put the fear of chimera in them, and they're running off into the distance. But this thing is not coming back anymore, and you've definitely you've improved since the last time you fought this.
I mean, not much for Shally. He's still been up and down. Still missed half of it.
And you feel like maybe you completed what you were meant to do.
The centaurs all start to fade out.
Pasting thing? I'm going to leave them out of the story, you know? That's
You're going to leave my army of centaurs at... Unbelievable.
Well, look,
unbelievable.
How would that sound to you? If we have this big epic thing, and then suddenly I say at the end, and then 9 centaurs appear and kick the living shit out of it, and that's how...
I would think that was a good representation of how badass centaurs are. I, as a centaur, approve this message.
No, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's very good. I just feel like... Can I say they were here the whole time? I feel that sort of cheese it up.
They were here the whole time, then it would have been over a lot quicker. Shally might not have even gone down at all.
They joined us in the middle. I'll give them names. I'll make it work.
Do I see? You know how I've always loved your poetry, and I'm like your biggest fan, really. Is there any chance that you could maybe, leave out 1 or 2 of the times I went down? Maybe just look, please.
I'm just going to say, and Shally was also here. How about that? I'm kidding. You'll be there. I'll barely even mention when you get knocked down. It's not gonna. It's fine.
Thanks.
Oh, awkward.
I'm going to... I think Neo, after being invigorated by the lay on hands, is going to run towards the paste and just be like, yes, don't you hit the people! We will save them! And then gets a little bit blood on him, and then oh, that's yucky. And then walks off.
I'll walk over to you and just start just pick you up out of the blood pool. Just here we go, and then just start wiping blood off your hands and feet.
Oh yay!
As all the different centaur warriors just fade out around.
I think in for the picture in the Underworld now, there's a chimera standing in front of Athreos being like.
Look at me.
Oh man,
hasn't got any money.
Is there something down there? It's like, wait, you're not meant to be here right now. Get back up.
And the chimera goes on a very important journey where it meets
ends up in the queue behind the bear.
Is this it? Did we do it?
I think. Yes, maybe.
What happens now?
This bit. I don't know, because all the people we're guarding are quite a long way away from us. right now. I'm getting further away, and I don't know
Well, we should
how
follow.
many other things there are around here that could kill a lot of unarmed people.
Let's keep moving, man.
So as you're starting to move off, Shally, you get contact. It's rare that you get contact from a god that isn't Phoenix, but it does occasionally happen. Because you are an oracle, sometimes other gods can reach out to you. You usually get like a sense of who the god is from how they feel to you. This god just feels ominous.
Hello, you're through to Shally.
Hello. Am I right in thinking that you are the individual who recently left my domain?
That depends. Is this a complaint or a congratulations?
Interesting question.
Not an answer. Yeah, I guess if you got through to me, then you probably know that already. Yeah, it was me. Hello.
I have a proposition for you. Well, and your friends, I suppose. Could you relay it?
Yeah. I mean, like as you say it, or can I do it later?
I suppose if you're willing to hear, I could join you.
Hang on a second. Everyone, I've got Erebos on the line. He wants to talk to us all. I'm going to put him on something so that he can speak to all of us at once. But he's gonna turn up.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Yeah, good.
Technically, my centaurs last for an hour. I retract the statement of them popping away.
I back the centaurs in that fight, yeah.
Apparently there's a proposition for all of us.
As long as it's not get back here. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, Mirren immediately is like, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to run out on you before. I was kind of halfway falling through the hole anyway.
I think it's a yes.
As you say this, Erebos inhabits you. You're still in charge of your own body, but he's using you as a mouthpiece. You're still, if you wish to talk, you still can. He's just using you for the moment to vocalize.
I think it like all of Charlie's kind of upbeat energy suddenly kind of drops and the head lowers a bit and he just looks like he's lit from behind kind of thing.
Quite purposeful. It's quite ominous. Gosh, you're all much smaller than I thought you'd be. No, maybe this one is quite tall, actually.
See, I'm pretty fucking massive.
No one has ever left my realm through Lathos before. I've been waiting for someone to try. I was hoping to, have a chance to talk to them before they left, which obviously didn't happen. Cerberus will be... yes, well, that's for me and Cerberus to work out. I've been waiting to have a chance to have a champion in Theros, this side, as opposed to my side, Everyone's dead down there. You met them. I deem you all worthy. Are any of you interested?
No. Thank you.
I got up to, said to Danae, Shally is speaking very weird.
Yeah, don't worry about it, babe, it's fine.
I don't seem like the best employer.
Oh, interesting. What makes you say that?
Well, the skeletons, the queue with people who had complaints who've been there for months, and just the general setup of the Underworld, like freezing people in ice. Maybe any of those things. It doesn't seem like people who sort of come into your power end up in very good positions.
Well, I'm open to feedback, but only from people in my employ, of course.
Well, changing it from the inside, eh? Well, what are you offering? Surely, it's going to be pretty enticing if you expect anyone to actually, shack up with you, as it were.
Well, you see, everyone eventually comes into my domain. Well, it's much more pleasant if I like you.
I'm listening.
That's it, that's my offer.
And in return for special favor after death, you expect what exactly?
Oh,
Tales of your greatness throughout the world. Just good PR. Like that's.
Yes, that's an intriguing offer. Respect. Most people fear me. I would like respect.
Oh, so not me, just people in general.
No, yours would suit.
Don't know if I can do that one. I can make other people respect you, probably. Maybe I can't promise anything as regards, my respect.
Roll a persuasion check.
I will do just that. It's good. I don't think I've made many of these throughout the campaign, and they are 26.
It was really sonorous. That was really impactful.
I'm going to use my persuading a god dice.
Well, if you're willing to tell tales of what life is like after death, you've seen it, and make people respect that I am powerful, important,
taken seriously.
Yes.
What are you sort of seeing it as like come holiday in the hell dimension, or sort of more live a good life so that everything doesn't end up terribly for you, please?
The second one. I don't want people to holiday in the Underworld.
Sure.
Preferably. Yeah. You've done enough damage during your time there.
You're welcome.
Not the most relaxing place.
Lathos is lovely this time of year. I think I can do that. That's sort of what I was going to do anyway, but I can take special consideration for making sure that you come out beneficially in the stories.
Excellent. I believe this conversation has resolved excellently for both of us.
Oh, I'm going to need interviews. I'm going to need any notable people who have died. If you could sort of put me in touch, that would be very useful. But that's as and when, as and when.
Dan, what about Thassa?
Well, yes, Thassa. Yeah, I'm not giving up on Thassa. That's not at all. This is a business relationship. What we have there is devotion and piety and respect. And what we have here is good, honest promotional work and maybe respect and maybe all the rest. But we'll get there. That's definitely what's happening.
Yeah, I suppose I'm willing to work on this over time.
I think all things considered, I do think it's important that things end. Like, people die. It would be a bit strange if everyone lived on forever, and I think things would get a bit boring. So I think that you do important work. I was a bit concerned you were going to ask us to kill people for you.
Oh, I don't need them to die sooner. They die eventually. I'm willing to wait.
Well, I think similarly to Demyson, I think it's important that people embrace all aspects of gods and life and death. And I think if people were happier in the afterlife, then that would make everyone happier. I need to stop talking now.
Acceptable. I shall not keep the chimera aside for you two. Phoenix devotee, what say you?
I mean, it sounds like a terrible idea, which usually means I'd be straight in there. But, they beat you once. That's kind of the point of being a Phoenix. I'm not a big fan of gods, to be honest with you. And, your place looks boring. I mean, I guess I'm going to be there anyway, but...
That could make it interesting for you.
I tend to make things interesting for myself, even when I don't mean to, so... I mean, it's going to be as interesting if you're against me as if you're for me, so... I think I'll take my chances. Thanks, though.
Understood. This is an acceptable deal. I am happy.
Hang on, what's been given away?
Stories.
And that's it.
Over time. Respect.
Stories move the world.
Well, if that's all you want, then we're good.
We'll see.
Neil, you don't want to worship the god of death, do you?
Neo is like baffled, especially when Shally started talking in a different voice. Neo is just sat there like looking at everyone that's finding this like really normal and is baffed and is like, I think Shally is something wrong. We need to fix.
Neil, Shally's fine. There's a god talking through him. You don't want to worship the god of death, do you?
No, I like flowers. Thank you.
Thought so.
In that case, I shall take my leave. I will see you all again.
Not if I can help it.
Don't leave, Shally.
Yes, well. Charlie, the presence fades from your mind.
Right. That was interesting.
You're right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, it's not every day you meet a god.
I mean, how many days
these
running
days.
has it been for you? I mean, actually, I meet them quite often, so
Yeah.
it's not every day. It's not like that regular, but you know, it's not uncommon.
Are the undead still invading Theros? Is that still happening? Or did we stop all of that by doing this?
As far as you know, still happening.
I mean, we might still have some work to do.
Well, that's going to be a hard sell, isn't it? If they're all coming up for,
I mean, Dim, I don't know why you even entertained the thought.
Well, I was going to do it anyway. I mean, I'm telling the stories anyway. If death happens to sort of give some kickbacks down the line, that seems like a strictly good investment. But yeah, propaganda for the army of the dead, didn't really think that through versus propaganda for the god of death, which seemed like,
It's possible
I'll work on it.
you should have used that moment to ask him to stop sending the undead back.
Yeah, that would have been a good thing to ask for, wouldn't it? Would have been a good thing to make a deal on, like, yeah, I'll be your champion if the dead go away. Like, sure, I
I
thought of
didn't
that.
think of that.
No, me neither.
I feel like we've wasted that opportunity. Can we call him back, Shally?
Well, it doesn't usually work the other way around.
Erebos.
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 Erebos. You see, like
Hey, boss.
Yo, don't think he's gonna come back.
Well, tits.
In the wind. The chain of people are up ahead. They're moving into, like I said, this forested area out to the edge of Theros, where they were going to take shelter from the ravaging that is happening inside Theros. So you could go and catch up to them to find out what's the plan next, or you could talk about what your plans are moving forward as we kind of start wrapping up.
Anyone sort of not want to go and deal with that? I kind of feel like I'm still on the hook for an inspiring story, and I've kind of got other things to be getting on with now.
We did say we'd help them.
You've been employed by them.
I think we should help. What do you mean?
We didn't pay very well. I mean, they're dining off that story for weeks, and they haven't. Yeah. Well, okay, fine. We can at least see if we can, sell this grand adventure in the Underworld story. Though, given that we were here the whole time, from their perspective, nothing changed. How weird is that, by the way? Who's going to believe it? Like, if they saw us die, if they saw us go down, and we came back and then won, that would have been an easy sell. Now it's going to be like, oh, this happened. You couldn't see any of it, but it happened.
Danae has a horn.
Danae has a horn.
That wasn't there before.
That's irrefutable proof.
Also, I mean, we are guarding them, so they're, if you twist that around a bit, they're pretty much a captive audience. You can workshop it. I mean, just try it out,
Damn, you're a storyteller. Like, no one's listening to your stories and going, yes, that all definitely happened.
They're all they're meant to be. Okay, they're not all real. They're,
No, I'm aware. I've heard them.
But they're all based in reality, but this was real. We were there. We literally we went to the Underworld and came back, and we can't prove it.
Yeah, but what does it matter? Tell a story. People go, "That's a good story, mate."
I think if at the beginning a small child comes into the and holds up a sign that says this story is based on true events, then everyone.
I've seen that in some plays before. Really sells the events of
I've got any better ideas, so I guess we're doing
that. Cool.
If we're going back towards the group of people, if we are moving back towards everyone who's there, right, so we make sure these people are okay. Make sure they're settled, and then are we here to guard them? What was our original job? Are we guarding them here, or are we going back into Theros to try and fix this mess?
You were helping them travel here, and then you were going to head back.
Right. So we got a night here to rest and recoup, and then in the morning we go and fight more undead, I guess.
Save the world.
It's a plan, isn't it? We'll do until something better comes along.
Well, we're getting paid for this. Just a reminder to all of you that we are unemployed and we're working for an army and they're paying us a rate to guard these people, then go back and defend the rest of the
I was getting paid. I was mostly just here to see the things, but yeah, okay.
Sarah's going to start moving towards you from the group of people. She was leading the group. She's going to come see what was happening.
This story is based on true events.
Thanks, Neo.
The story of you just... I mean, you killed it. Well done. That was good.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely killed it in one go.
So easy to do. I did some of it lying down.
Are you all okay? You seem a bit off.
No, we're fine.
I was worried about Charlie because there was different voices, but I think there was a cough and he got rid of it.
We literally died. Like we were here. The Chimera came down, murdered us. We went to the Underworld. That went fine, apparently. We came back and we fought it again, except we came back at this bit before the rest of the bits. And now we're here and everything is weird.
I'm sorry, what, you died?
How are you? Well, apparently. I'm assuming you didn't see any of that.
I mean, I was mostly trying to move these people forward so they wouldn't get hurt by the Chimera while you were sorting it out, but I didn't happen to notice any of you dying.
It was...
Hang on.
It was
Canonically, you can't write.
Small child.
Just kind of scrawled.
Yeah, what I think true events looks like.
I mean, I've never heard of anyone coming back from the Underworld not being returned. You're not returned, are you? Because you're not wearing the masks,
No,
you don't seem
we took
soulless.
the way that apparently exists.
Yes, we died and came back to life. Demyson, that's what happened. Come on.
It is. It's what happened. Mm-hmm. This is what I mean. You don't believe this, do you?
I believe him.
Roll a persuasion check.
I think it's completely fine.
I'm going to roll this way. I'll take that. That's not good. It's a natural 1, but I do have that ability that means if I roll less than a 1, it's meant to be a 10 for persuasion.
Except on a 1.
Less than a 10.
Except on a 1.
I mean, that's up to you. Emma.
It's not up to me.
Yeah, it's not up to you.
There was a ship, and then there was another ship, and then there was a queue and a bear, and then there was some skeletons. One's arm fell off.
I'll take the 1 if you want, because that is completely in keeping.
Because actually, once we'd got past the queue and the skeletons with the gongs and the giant three-headed dog, it was actually surprisingly easy.
Did you
Yeah, we
all
just had to
get
jump in a giant pool of blood that someone kept in their office.
knocked on the head really hard? Like, have you all got, like, the brain swelling thing? Are you okay?
No.
Do you need to sit down?
Yeah.
Should I get someone to check you
Tale
out?
of this generation, and it's.
I mean, it sounds very heroic. Is it? Are you writing another poem, Demyson? Is that?
Yes, it's a poem I'm writing. I'm method about it. I'm pretending it actually happened. That's what's happening here.
I mean, it all sounds very exciting. I look forward to reading it.
There was a good bit where we sat down.
With the flowers.
Oh, I'm
make
sure
you
that
sit
will
down.
be the most exciting part of the poem, for sure.
And then Erebos appeared to us, and he said how lovely Hal was, and how everyone should look forward to having a nice holiday there.
I work for him now. I'm his PR guy. I'd kick a stone.
I thought you worshipped Thassa.
I do. I just work for the other guy.
Does that work?
I don't know. I'm done.
I'm not sure you're all okay. I think maybe we should all have a sit down.
Don't worry, we're fine. We're just blowing off steam after a big fight. It happens. You gotta. Otherwise, it's all so scary and dangerous all the time.
I mean, that Chimera did look really super heavy.
Well, no, it's just flat.
Were there a lot of wolves at one point, and then a lot of centaurs?
Do you need to sit
Why not?
down?
Where did they come from?
I have gained the magical ability to summon creatures of if I know them, they come, and then they are colorful, and then if they die, they poof away.
Oh, that's. I don't have to pay them, do I? Because I can't afford that.
You do.
No, you don't.
We'll keep it for them.
No, you don't need to pay the wolves. And the centaurs are just friends of mine.
Right. Good. Great. Excellent.
Why don't we all go and sit over here, Siola? We'll take a minute breather, make sure you're all settled in, then we'll go in the morning, okay?
Is there any beer or wine?
Well,
fermented
there's
fruit.
the usual casks that we carry with us to Myson, but as you know, you're only allowed one because there was that incident.
Yeah.
And we can't be having it. If you drink all of it, then we won't have any for anyone else. So
Fine. Let's just do it.
I suppose we could give you 2 tonight in celebration of the victory, but
You can have mine if you like. I'll just steal someone else's.
you don't get one each. You get one between all of you. It's just that we're careful around Demyson because he has a tendency to
I'll address my Kithra. Well, Sarah, I guess this is us now.
Would anybody like a berry maybe for them to eat?
I'd love a berry.
Yay.
That sounds nice.
Berries all round.
If all 5 of us are sat off to one side from everyone else, we'll just look around everyone and go, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think it's good that only we know. Like, Dem's going to tell a story, and that's great, and maybe people will buy it, maybe they won't, whatever, but I think if we're the only people ever who've gone to the land of the dead and come back, I mean, that sounds like a target painted on my back.
Well, wouldn't worry. I'm going to have to change all of the names because if we it's a poem about how we all went to the land of the dead and came back and no one believes it's true, it just sounds like I'm making shit up to make us look good. So, I think changing names.
Demyson, I don't think you can pretend not to have been there. I think you have to have been there.
Yeah. No, but if the people don't believe it's real, then it doesn't matter if I was there or not, right?
Yeah, but if you write in a satyr bard who wrote one famous poem and then didn't manage to write another famous poem, and this is now the second famous poem that he's written, it's obviously you. It's such an obvious self-insert.
I'm going to start again. Just screw up the bit of paper I have.
I think it's probably for the best anyway, because if everyone went to the Underworld thinking that they could come back, I think Erebos would be quite cross with us about that.
I definitely intend to spread that rumor. I'm sorry, I'm just getting out there right now.
I mean, I'm very much looking forward to the idea of... Like, I don't know about all of you, but I feel like I already had a thing I wanted to do, but this has like reinforced it. Like it said, that's good. You were on the right track. Keep doing it. You know?
I didn't necessarily have a thing that a goal or something or a plan per se, but when you put it like that suggestion of, well, what I'm doing is all right, and people seem to be doing better because I'm doing it, then I think I would agree with that.
Glad you're doing better with that. Hey, yeah, I guess good things have come out of all of this. Sorry for being down about it.
No, I still sort of stand by the, there were definitely parts of the Underworld I would not want to go back to, and parts that weren't very entertaining, and parts that were very horrible. But there were some parts of it that actually weren't all that bad. So I still stand by that, but I think, well, the field.
I like the field.
The field was good.
It was nice.
Well,
we can go back there maybe.
I hate the field. I'm not going back to the field. You can't drag me.
Okay.
But if you are there, then you will be stuck, and then we will not need to drag you.
I'm not going in the field, Neo. It's not happening.
I will bring the field to you.
Don't wanna.
Once Neo can cast plant growth, it's all over.
Maybe you can make a little arena with a field next to it so you can...
I think Neo said, I feel like I understand Erebos a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I understand why it is good sometimes for you to have to fight, because you save more people than you hurt.
Exactly. And like, I know the field was bad, but I get like sitting down. Like, I'm enjoying sitting down. I'm gonna spend more time sat down. Not a lot of time, but like, 10 minutes a day minimum.
Are you stuck again? Do I need to take you out? Is that what you're...
No, I'm fine. No, I can definitely get up by myself.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Are the flowers here? I would have sat down.
There's probably one nearby that Neo could find.
Yeah.
All right. Just one isn't enough for Danae to make another daisy chain.
No, sadly not. Cool. So as you all sit there discussing the time that you had in the Underworld and the things that you've enjoyed and didn't, and where you're heading next, that is where we'll leave these 5 characters for now.
Love how nothing has changed.
No, it has.
Demycin is still a grump.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Reasons.
That is not true. Demycin now has a new poem to write. Mirren is more confident. You and Neo have found new understanding of each other, and Shally has found...
Shally is also there.
That's it. On the gravestone, it's fine.
Shally has started to prove himself to Phoenix. So...
That's not... Shally doesn't want that. Shally wants to be left alone. By
It
God.
doesn't seem to be a good
also,
thing. It just seems something that's changed.
Shally got to tell Erebos to piss off, so,
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, you literally turned to a god and said, piss off. It's great.
Um, Thank you, everybody, for joining us for Theros, Legends of the Underworld. And thank you to all of the lovely players for joining me and telling this wonderful story. Obviously, this is our final episode, so we will not be here next week, but what will be here next week will be Justin Wells and 5 new players in Vile Shadows and A Honeyed Smile. So do join us at the same time, 7 to 10 p.m. GMT on Tuesday for the start of that campaign. We're very excited to see Justin for the first time. So yes, that's what's happening here next week. On Mondays, we're still streaming Sea of Swords Forsaken, which is the show that Chris is DMing and I'm playing in, which was referenced today. Yes, my Paladin Prosperous and all of the roles.
You do a lot of damage. That's what you do.
So yes, that's slightly different time slots. That's 6 till 9 p.m. on Mondays. Same channels though. Twitch.tv/D&D and Twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. So do join us on Mondays for that show. I'm on the wrong bit of my script. Where are we? Yes, so we're on all social media as Roll Together RPG. So that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Join us, chat to us. We really enjoy engaging on social media. So do have a chat with us. Final thanks to all of our sponsors, so Hero Forge, Ultra Pro, and then our supporters. We've got D&D Beyond, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, Level Up Dice, and Savvy.com. Final chance to win this gazer. Here he is, Security Pie. You need a UK address and to pop something in the chat, and you have a chance to win him, and we will post him to you. So join in. He's very cute. You probably want him.
This is mine.
Not him. And yes, that is us. That is the end of our campaign. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you again at some point. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.